What is happening? And welcome to your Thursday Night Delight. I, of course, am one of your hosts around here, Sean the Right Way. And jumping in, the greatest sort of replacement host. I'm trying to give you a compliment, an enhancement to the show.
Dude, I don't know, man. I'll take any compliment.
The legendary.
Oh.
A.K.A. Darth Hive. A.K.A. the Hivester. A.K.A. Rick Hive is in the house tonight.
What's going on, everybody?
And I got to tell you, I don't know if he's feeling salty. Sometimes he is, but your boy's feeling salty about some stuff. But we'll try to keep it Good Morning Brick World style tonight. Keep it happy and joyous for everybody.
Yeah, man. I don't want to tear down the whole stream, dude. It's all good.
We'll talk about the Hive stream rants later on.
Yes.
We're going to talk about Starships. We're going to talk about that F1 goodness, Hive. I don't know if you saw that going on.
Yeah. Wow. I know. All kinds of stuff's come out, man.
All that because we are a couple of brickheads.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Boys, audio's going to be a little jank for a minute. Some tech diffs. We'll get it fixed here in just a few, but welcome everybody in. Good to see 70 members already of the Girth Gang plowing into the building, wanting to be entertained. Hive. A lot of pressure for entertainment around here. The PrePlay Gang starts lining up around 3 p.m. These guys are unbelievable.
Yeah, every time you have me on here, man, my anxiety level just gets bigger. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of expectations from the Girth Gang. We try to deliver, but tonight gonna be a fun show. Got the Hivester, great friend, tremendous Lego YouTuber.
Thank you. Thank you.
Killing the game. Been in the game a long time. If you have been under a rock, and I think everybody in the Girth Gang knows you, but if they don't, do yourselves a favor. Sub the Hive, does great live streams, but also does, quite frankly, the greatest rants in the game. I'm just
thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah, I got one ready for tomorrow.
You got one in the chamber for tomorrow night. All right, guys.
Yeah,
tomorrow night's live
stream for tomorrow.
It's definitely an A fall and up kind of situation.
And Girth Gang, you guys are always good to us, and I appreciate all the love out there. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
There you go. So Hive, how's your week been so far, man? Like average week, good week, bad week? What are we looking at?
Actually, it's been a little rough. I won't lie. I mean, not horrible by any means, but just with work, I do maintenance for a living. So, just dealing with a lot of that's been rough lately. But other than that, I mean, good. Just getting more content, trying to produce more content, getting stuff ready for more streams. Like I said, I got a rant coming. I just had a meeting tonight with the Good Morning Brick World crew, working on a stop motion that I'm really excited about. Yeah, doing all kinds of stuff.
Look what this jerk put in. The parents are in charge tonight. That's right, CPA. Who's your daddy?
That's funny. The kids are away.
It's funny.
Oh man,
Shreddy wants to know how much for the shirt and maybe where can he get it? Hive, you want
to? Actually, where I got this shirt? The craziest of all places. I got it at Five Below. I don't know if
like a long time ago or recently.
No, it was a while ago. Because I actually wore this. And you can see it on Ryan's video when it was during Brick Fair, Virginia, 2022. I think it was 2022 when the gunship came out. So when we all went to the Lego store and bought the gunship, I was wearing the shirt. So I bought it like right before I went to Brick Fair.
I'm just saying, like the clones are the hotness now. It's shocking that shirt was a 5.
Well, I have so many Star Wars shirts, and then I actually have a few. I have a Commander Cody shirt that I drew. But I saw this and I was like, you know what? Box of boys. That's a lot of boys right there.
That's a lot of boys.
They go represent. You know what I mean? So.
Got to give it a whirl. And huge shout out to the Girth Gang for keeping. Look, we got Brent. We'll get to him in 1 second.
Brent.
Huge shout out to the Girth Gang for keeping the Box of Boys movement going, Hive. The hashtags are out there.
Oh, yeah.
People are tagging stuff. other Lego YouTubers are just casually tossing it in.
Yeah, because I call, I don't know, not everybody knows this, but I call all the army builders and the prequel, the fans and stuff, I call y'all cloners, you know what I mean? Because you guys clone it up. Yeah, I mean, you guys represent. I can't.
Dude,
it's
amazing. Awesome. And then we had a new one, Hive. I don't know if you heard, but we got another movement. It's kind of growing, if you will. It's called a loaner. Do you know what a loaner is?
Is it when you loan me a box of Bois?
No, it's
like
it's when a Lego set excites you, if you know what I mean. You get a loaner. You know what I mean?
Oh, snap. I get those all the time.
So I was doing my spectacle videos running through the stores, and I just on the fly, I'm like, that set gives me a raging loner or something like that.
You've been getting me thinking with them glasses, man.
Dude, the prescription ones are cool because remember so originally I had the sunglass ones. Going inside with those, I mean, I'm already, you know me, I'm a big guy, whatever. I'm not discreet at all about anything. I'm loud, I'm everything. And so I had sunglasses on. I'm like filming, talking to myself. And so I did find though that ever since I got the clear ones, I don't know if it's just in my mind or whatever, but having the clear Bois on and then just hitting the deal, I don't know. I just feel like they think I'm wearing glasses, regular normie glasses,
I tell you, I've been checking a lot of these AR glasses that are getting ready to come out too, man. There's a bunch, and they look pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie.
Girth Gang, can you please use loaner in a sentence? Okay, here we go. Those glasses give the Hive a loaner. When Hive sees a box of Bois, he gets a cloner.
That's a good one.
Sean, you said no X-rated stuff. So we have mods, Hive. We finally figured out what that's all about. And I was like, don't throw anybody out unless it's personal X-rated stuff. They're like, what are you doing X-rated stuff?
Yeah, I don't see too much. I don't feel like there's too much as far as bad stuff out there when it comes to your chat. I mean,
well,
well, I feel like even if
the Pandora's box, we welcomed the Lego Circle Jerk crew in. So when Ryan and Tyler were on recently, I made a banner and said welcome Circle Jerk crew because a bunch of guys were in here talking about Big Macs and all that stuff. Right. However, those were the only new faces that night that I recognized, and our subs went up like a lot. So if you guys are still there, welcome back.
Yeah, right.
But they put a post on us all there with me going like this, and it says welcome Circle Jerkers, and I'm kind of like. Then I went in there and I'm like, yeah, no, welcome. It's fine. Come make comments and click on everything. It's not the first time Ryan and Tyler have had people say things about them. I'm like, okay, come on.
I mean, when I have Hive streams,
in the chat, so I do apologize to the true blue Girth Gang out there. They were kind of disruptive, but I thought it was a fun, weird element. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, because when I have Hive streams, I see people say certain things out there, and I'm like, I can't. Like, who am I? To ban you. Like, I'm saying probably worse things on the stream. You know what I mean? So, anyways.
No, I mean it's fair. Let's see. The spam was annoying. Yeah, you guys. Sorry I had to deal with that, but I'm just saying it was like
I remember a long time ago
in here. It was for whatever reason they were here to clown or to hang. It was cool.
I remember a long time ago, I didn't know if the spams counted as views because I was telling all the mods, I was like, nah, leave them. If they count as views, just let them, just let them advertise. It's all good.
I'm going to see if I can switch over to the good audio. 1 second here.
Right. Starships are meant to have a team. Wish Sean could bring back the talent show Taco B song. Oh, I'm trying to remember the Taco B song.
Yeah, this is a friend of mine, I believe. I'll just do the initials. Shout out to DD out there who saw me perform the Taco Bell song in 7th grade.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, we go way back.
I was like, yeah, that's a whole another level right there.
There was a steak burrito Belgrande commercial. You remember that, Hive?
Oh my
Steak
gosh.
burrito Belgrande. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
So I thought it was a great idea to try to get girls by going on stage and singing steak burrito Belgrande.
I just, yeah, because, I guess pop culture, growing up watching so much television and stuff, like sometimes, man, just a random commercial will pop in my head, like a song or a jingle. And I'm like, why am I even thinking about this song? I mean,
something we don't have to deal with anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but some of them aren't catchy, though.
Oh, well, that's the whole point, man.
Right?
Taco beef songs were catchy. Hell yeah, they were. But we're going to welcome in the Girth Gang properly here in a second. But I just want to throw it out there one more time before we do this. Guys, who ordered 66? I mean, who ordered it? We still don't, Hive, we still don't know who has Box of Boys number 66. And this has been going on for like at least 2 months now.
Really?
Yeah, we still don't know.
I find that very odd.
I do think we do have some folks, and I don't know who they are, but they're CPA was on top of this crunching the numbers. But there has to be some factory fresh boys out there. You know what I mean? Like sealed, new in box, because we have not seen it yet.
Yeah, it's got to be some kind of odd circumstance because think about it. I mean, if anybody bought one,
they'd flex
99.9. They'd have to be like a follower. They'd have to watch. They have to know. You know what I mean? And if they do that, then they'd have to know Star Wars. And if they know Star Wars and they know clones and they know all that stuff, then they have to know about Order 66. So they have to know if they got number 66.
Like you're saying, maybe, okay, this is like crazy, but maybe somebody just stumbled upon Brickshell, didn't know us, happened to like the box, like, oh, I get it. Box. Like, first of all, they're like who would know the context of what that means? And then they buy the thing, and then they open it, and they all of a sudden see like, what's ACOB? What is this? Like, I would Google it.
Okay, all right, check this
you know
out.
What I'm saying? Like, they just thought it was a cool box, and they're like, "Yeah, I got 66, whatever." You know?
Yeah, or maybe somebody bought it for somebody that likes Star Wars but doesn't know Star Wars enough. So they got this, and they're like, "I don't know what Box of Boys are, but
$66 that they have zero interest in." I mean, FPJ, sure. But
does the chat have any clues? I mean, let's all play detective here for a second. You know, what
also CPA's only gathered 26 numbers, so we're missing 40. And shout out to CPA. I mean, he kind of, and by the way, it's a very manual process. You know, people stepping up. So, anyways, guys, we still don't know what is going on.
Well, I feel like if it goes on for another few months, somebody should make like a kind of a mini documentary about
Richie
it and go hunt and look for it.
Richie would be good, right? Toy World.
Yeah, he would
voice that over. ACOB decided to launch a Box of Boys.
I heard Full Price Jones bought the rest at 2 times markup.
Yeah, he bought them for what is it? 132? What's the number?
I don't know, dude. I'm horrible bad.
No,
horrible bad.
132. I think there were 66, right?
Austin says I got 32. Who the hell puts a Box of Boys case on ice? Crack the seal. Dude,
what if Brixie has 66? Shout out to Brixie. That'd be awesome. I will say this, though. Brixie's not a... he keeps a couple sets for investment, but he definitely is a set cracker. You know what I mean? He's not a... He's not a box guy. He doesn't have room. He doesn't have room for sealed boys. You know what I mean?
I gotta tell you, man. I gave some mad props to Brixie the other day.
I saw that. I was proud of you.
Yeah. I felt good about that. See, I know I look around and I'm like, I don't hate all the time.
No, he's a part-time lover, part-time hater. All right.
I mean, yeah, I usually put
a full-time lover is Brick Lover. Brick Lover Brad, new name.
Yeah, man.
A fucking lover. You gotta respect him, man. He's a nice guy. Probably the best nickname in the game, you know, just straight up the lover. Like it's fun to say.
You should call your streams Pillow Talk. You know, that's where I would.
Oh, him? Yeah, no, you should.
Someone on eBay has like 200 Darth Maliks already. Pile mine, I gotta tell you, man. And I'm not gonna do it on this stream, but tomorrow on the high stream, I've got some stuff to say.
Are we gonna be talking about Mexico?
No, I mean we can.
Well, no, I'm saying on the Hive stream because that's where those are from, obviously. So
yeah,
we'll save that for you. Maybe we'll touch on it. But first of all, we gotta welcome. We're 15 in Hive. I think it's only appropriate we welcome the one and only, the legendary
Girth
What is happening? Shout out to everybody that was here for the pre-play gang. We're going to run down as many as we can. If we miss you, you know the rules. Make a heater comment. We call you out again. We got Walter. The rant machine is in the house. He's talking about the Hivester, of course. Shreddy. A couple of Wisemen. A lot of old jokes here, Hive. I don't know. Game. Extra bricks in the house.
Dude, the Girth King's awesome, man.
Old Broken Bricks joining us here on the Old Man Posse. Falcon's Nest has a lot of nugs. Yeah, it does. I want that shirt, Hive. Do it after hours from the CPA. Also, that was Chess 98 earlier. Fabu in the house. Rob Claxton.
Hey!
What up? Scott Davis is here tonight. Riley Mims. Yo. Vittori is here. We got to run it back. Brad. Working with that AI stuff. Shout out to Brad. Oh, I was supposed to get to Brent. Jesus, what a jerk. Cheers, y'all. Miss you, Girth Gang. Currently at dinner with the fam on a cruise ship. I'll tune in later. Brent, sorry for the late shout out. I got distracted. My bad.
What's up, brother?
Malnati's is here. Ethan Thorne says hello. Brickman McStuds. There he goes. So damn girthy. Woke up. We got Watch Glimpse, aka DD. I think I know who this is. He's got himself a loner. ESO Bricks. Darth Ostiff Bricks is in the building. Tiger Builds on the grind. Go check out his channel. He's working some stuff over there on Tiger Builds. Good to see you being consistent, brother. He also enjoys the mystery of 66. Liam's Hot Takes. What is happening? Papa Trip. If I'm repeating any, my apologies. Blaze Dazzles.
That's a nice name. I like that. That's girthy.
So damn girthy.
The legendary, the one and only Macro Blitz. Thursday Night Delight. Smoky Smokes. Shout out.
I like that name too.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Pat McAfee. Calvin W. It's not going to stop anytime soon, Walter. What did Walter say? The whole Mexico factory leakiness is so stupid. Yeah, well, you know, I don't know, man. That is crazy, though, to see just a girthy little stack of those Maliks just chilling, dude.
It
gets people frustrated. I get it. But it's like,
you know, I think the reason why people are frustrated might be not that they're leaked out, because you never know, you might be able to get one, right? I think it's more of, why is Lego allowing it to happen?
Because you feel like it's allowed at this point. Like they certainly have an exercise.
They gotta know. There's been so many leaks. You're telling me they can't crack down on that, dude? They can't put a camera.
Like, I think it would be. Here's what's weird. I've talked to you about this probably numerous times. I think Lego is cool with leaks if they can control narrative. I think
yes, Lego likes control.
Great for them to let's say like 5 of them out. You know what I mean? Like, and you figure out what 5 people you want to give them to. 5 of these figures early. Just hear me out.
Yeah.
But like, obviously, you know, that it's no longer a controlled substance when there's a pile of 500 Maliks land. You know what I mean? Like, and it ruins the rarity, because we're going to be seeing Hive these videos, right, of LAN or otherwise, and I'm sure Ryan's on a jet right now figuring out how to get his set, but he's going to have one, and it's like, you know what I mean? It kind of loses the luster a little bit if you see like 500 of them. It doesn't hit the same as when we just saw one Malik. Go ahead.
I'm not, like I said, I'll save the rant, but my
do a
issue,
gentle description.
My issue isn't really with, again, I have issues, but my issue isn't necessarily with the Mexico factory thing and all that, even though I feel like this needs to be addressed in some way, somehow. My issue, and I know this is going to sound like a biased opinion, but I will say this. I would also rant for all of you as well, even if this wasn't affecting me. Less than 2 years ago, I just spent $200 on an R2. Now here it is. there's a $100 one coming out with an exclusive Star Wars badass Sith minifigure.
Yeah.
Right? When we should already have CMFs at this point or whatever, but they're gonna put that minifig in a set that they just released like 2 years ago. Like, what the heck, man? So that's like my soft rant about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and like as far as I'm concerned, with the exception maybe the printing on the helmet on 5s, but I like 5s a lot. But I think Malik so far is my favorite that we know about, really seen.
For sure.
Even though we just got to remember about another one. You know?
And by the way, he's with R2, right?
I'm sorry?
He's with R2, right?
Yeah.
Convenient. They put probably the most heater fig behind the set everyone already has.
Lego knows what they're doing, and that's
like that's the part where you're just like
if they would have put like young Leia with that set, I would have been like, whatever, man.
Well, they knew it was going to be tough sledding because they know they just released that R2 in 21.
But it's like, think about the significance of Darth Malik. You know what I mean? This isn't something that was in a TV show or a movie. Like this is an oddball, just like Darth Revan. And look at Darth Revan now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
I hear you.
5's a 0. He's so inaccurate. Look, I'm not, even though I know I've got the shirt on and everything, but I'm not the cloner as much as a lot of you guys are. You know what I mean? I fight for you guys all the time. All the discrepancies you guys have, I back you guys up, man. But like, I can't see the details the way a lot of you guys do. You guys see stuff I can't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when I see 5s, I can see the print on the helmet being like, but my brain tells me like, the rest of it looks pretty good. They got I don't know. R2 going to be a parts pack for me, and that might be the have to.
I mean, I'm gonna get it. I mean, it's
fine. Now it's gonna cost.
It's fine. It's just I have an R2 like right behind me, and it's whatever,
Yeah.
All right.
I was trying not to breathe fire, man. You know what I mean? Like,
no,
it boils up inside.
You're
of me.
good.
Like,
you're good. By the way, today's a very special anniversary. It might have been yesterday, but it was today. Happy 1 year anniversary to the Lego survey leak, everybody.
Right.
A lot of this is coming to fruition, Hive, including I'd love to get your take on the sail barge, man. I want to be fired up for it. I want to be loaned out, but man,
I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but I'm more excited. Wait, what's the next UCS we're getting? Is it the TIE Striker? TIE Bomber? No.
I would have said it until you just both said those. The TIE oh my god.
Regardless, I'm more excited.
Drawing a blank.
I'm more excited.
Interceptor.
Yes, Interceptor. Yes, thank you.
Took me a second. Yeah.
But I'm more excited for the sail barge.
1,000,000%. We just got the Interceptor. I'm gonna get it, whatever, but like that's definitely gonna be like wait for a wacky deal. Say your thoughts, but I mean, I just feel like it was tarnished a little because the play scale one just came out and it was awesome.
You want to hear the silly thing about my take, man? Look, honestly, I think the set's gonna look great. I don't know. We'll see about the price point to how big it is, whatever. You know what I mean? Because it's not like there's a lot of detail going on the outside of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I want a slave Leia, and we're not gonna get one.
We don't know that. I'm not,
dude.
So she was just called Leia, by the way, on the box. On the old one, they don't have to use the slave vernacular.
You're right.
Prisoner Leia, maybe.
Prisoner Leia. Employee Leia? No.
Yeah, she is. Oh, she's against her will.
Right.
But make her a. Oh, we can't say that.
Prisoner Leia is great. That's fine. That's fine.
I don't know if you caught the end of last week's stream.
Not the very end. No, I didn't. You guys are up late.
We started the human Jabba movement.
What? What is that?
Could you imagine if we got like a human Jabba tossed in there?
Wait, you talking about from like the original?
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude, how deep of a cut would that be? And everybody says it's the bartender from Mos Eisley. I think it's a different guy. He's like
but
definitely.
I feel like that wouldn't go. I don't. That would. I feel like it wouldn't be right in this set, man.
You'd take it, they'll have like a little G-dub, little human.
Oh yeah, like maybe like a kind of a because
I know one thing about you. You love a good HJ.
Oh, you're right.
Human Jabba.
I definitely like to see it because he was a big dude too. He was a girthy dude.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hut Slayer Leia.
Guys, if you're down for human jobs,
Leia, unpaid worker Leia, dude, I love her thing so much. Dude.
If you guys are in, let's get some HJs in the chat.
Oh my gosh, you guys kill me.
Human Jabba. Anyways, I feel like everything in this leak has taken place. You know, we gotta go. You know, we're hearing the hat's kind of out there. It is right. The hat, yeah,
yeah. I think we're getting everything right.
So far,
well,
so
we
good.
haven't seen Simba, as far as I know.
But it was just kind of formalized, you know, with the parts list and all that over the last week or so. There's a small kid Simba, and I think like a grown Simba. You know, there's all kinds of stuff happening. Zelda, I'm still waiting on that. Everybody's talking about Animal Crossing. I'm sure.
Dude, why is people talking about Animal Crossing? I don't get it.
It'll do a thing. Well, because I mean, a lot of people grew up with it, and a lot of people super fell in love with it. It dropped March 2020. Hive is when that game dropped. So I mean, you had the most captive audience of all times.
Yeah, I take it back. I really angered a lot of Animal Crossing fans last time I went over.
No, I mean, you could just this is what I do, Hive. This is what I do.
Dude, I just do it out of fun. Look at me. I wear a Clone Wars t-shirt.
This is how I handle these things. You be you, but I just say, look, I get why it's a big deal. It might not be for me, and that's all right.
Yeah, man, right on.
But I will damn sure cover it because, you know, I am a huge Nintendo guy. I played Animal Crossing for whatever dozen hours or so. It was fine. I get it. I get that it's addicting and all that. Ultimately, it wasn't for me. But you know what is, and that is that Legend of Zelda. And
yeah,
I think that is going to bring. I think that has the potential. Now, the audience for Zelda is probably a little older, so it'd be interesting to put the whole AFOL thing to the test, Hive, because what do you think would sell better? Animal Crossing versus Zelda. And I almost think Zelda, but like the age is a little, do you know what I mean? Like there's definitely a bigger age range, I think, for Animal Crossing, which should equal more sales, but certainly AFOLs are going to be like going hard for Link and the crew.
Yeah, for sure. You know, we've all been talking about this for years. I personally am looking forward to getting it to put in my forest. I think it's going to look amazing in there. But, you know, the bigger thing to this is they've done it now with Mario Brothers. They did it with Sonic. And then, you know, like Animal Crossing and little trinkets of other types of stuff. You know, now they've dived into Fortnite, which I would like to think they're going to probably, dude, tell me they're not going to do a CMF line of Fortnite figs. I mean, that would be, they do it with Disney, Harry Potter, you know, all this other stuff. You know what I mean? So, but them tagging into the gaming community, dude, is smart business. And not even, I'm not talking about just making games. I'm talking about pulling them into the Lego world.
Yep.
And that right there will definitely do it, because that, unlike Mario, unlike Sonic, will probably be a beautiful looking display piece for people that aren't really into maybe just building like we are and stuff. You know what I mean?
Now, the great Deu Tree, I'm wondering if they're going to drip feed us, Hive. Are we going to see the shield and the sword in the first set, or you think maybe I think it would be very Lego to give us like the shield in one and then the sword is put behind like a $400 girthy boy, you know,
like that. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Now, something I can't remember about the tree. Are we getting a Link fig?
Oh yeah.
And I was hoping we would also get a little maybe a mold fairy or something as well.
A straight Nintendo CMF with Feed Nations, dude. Hive, could you imagine like a little Mac, a Curb? I mean, dude,
think about like Metroid and
endless.
Oh my gosh, there's so many I can't even think of right now, man.
Don't do it. Don't.
Mega Man. Oh my gosh, Mega
Man. Dude, there's so many. You could go Big Fig Donkey Kong. That wouldn't fit in there, but still.
But a Big Fig for Donkey Kong is definitely.
It was like
that they need.
You know what's weird is Donkey Kong is probably one of. I'm not going to say the only, but probably the most correct for the stature. Is that the right word? The stance, let's say, of a Big Fig, right? He's kind of crouched in kind of that you know,
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like
Kong
it's a
position.
perfect. It's a perfect fig for Donkey Kong. I
The
mean,
ape-
clearly it's not gonna be
Yeah.
fig, but
Uh-oh.
yeah, man, you're giving me a loan.
Let me know if everybody just hit the tables just now. Did you hit your desk, boys? I did, dude. Donkey Kong Big Fig. Jeez Louise.
I mean, and with that kind of CMF line, like you said, you know, there's Link, there's Zelda, but then there's villains in just those games. But then there's so much they could do, man.
Brickman, a Master Sword will definitely be in it. It's partly based on Breath of the Wild, shield less guaranteed. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, because I remember, in Breath of the Wild, I believe you did get the Master Sword in front of the tree, because I remember I was getting aggravated, you know, because you go through like the smoke and you get lost. It's one of those mazes where if you take one wrong turn, it brings you back to the beginning of the forest. I hate those 6. And by the way, I play my Zeldas, no strategy guides, baby. There'll be none of that. I like to be like angry because the rewards and the sound effects are wonderful. That is my favorite video game franchise. I don't care where I am in life. It is a console seller for me. So
I also love the music in Zelda.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
So like ethereal and relaxing. It's so great.
A lot of loners in the chat tonight.
A lot of it. You turn to the chat.
Look at this. Eric was sitting at his desk and he actually flipped his table. No, not with his hands.
I know.
He did it like this.
I'm curious your thoughts on the X Mansion.
I
know we haven't seen anything.
So I'm a mild X-Men guy. I really like the live actions in the late 90s, early 2000s, all that stuff. Read the books a little as a kid, so I'm a mid-range fan, I would say. As you know, I did buy the dumb X-Jet because I think I told you, I think I had a 20 randomly and then a 20 target gifty, and so I did the lie to yourself thing. I'm like, it's only $40.
Again, but it's like, I know I jabbed at you for it, but it's like, but it's for fun, because who am I to say anything? Like, how much was the Razor Crest? Like the UCS Razor Crest?
$6, I think, something like that. Yeah.
And I bought that thing lickety split, dude. That was like a day one purchase for me.
Avengers Tower. Yeah, but you got a much better value.
Dude, Mrs. Hive looked at it. She's like, that's a pretty impressive ship, but she's like, it's pretty bland. She's like, there's not much color. I was like, it's Star Wars. What do you
So anyways, back to your original question, X-Mansion. I love the look of the X-Mansion. I don't know sort of what era or art style they're going to do. Maybe you do. I'm not sure. But as soon as we start getting images, I'm all for, that. The big girthy buildings, structures, anything that people could potentially put into their cities, stuff like that. And I think that's what's helped things like the Sanctum and all that, the Sanctum Sanctorum. It's in everybody's city. It just depends on how toyetic or comic booky it looks, that might be the deciding factor for people. For me, I'm a wait and see, but it's definitely not a no. I kind of hope I don't like it, because I don't want to drop the 5-piece or whatever it's going to cost.
Yeah, I forget about that. I'm an insanely huge X-Men fan. I haven't kept up with it in the last decade or so, but I know X-Men lore like you all know prequel and Clone Wars lore. What's up, Jay? So I know I'm hoping that it's gonna at least be something similar on the style of the Home Alone house.
Yes.
And I don't know how they would even do it. It might have to be something separate, maybe, but I would love to see like a Danger Room. So for those that are X-Men fans, you guys know what I'm talking about. But the Danger Room was definitely a really cool thing. Oh yeah, more news.
Notre Dame is coming.
I thought this was a little interesting because it's a religious building.
Right, but they won't do Slave Leia. No, I'm trying to get a tie-in here.
Well, from when I watched the video from Bricklicker, he had mentioned that it's, and I agree, it's an architectural, like a famous architectural type building. So that makes sense. I feel like this is one of those things that Lego might put themselves into a corner with, because there are also other really nice architectural buildings that are related to other religions as well. So I personally don't care. You know what I mean? I just thought it was interesting. And it is a beautiful building. I'd love to see what it's going to look like.
I think what they do is they probably start with like, what are the A-list most visited buildings? And then if it happens to be a little bit religious, they'll be like, well, whatever. Like that's what I think. I don't think they're gonna like purposely seek out any, obviously, but like to your point, hey, listen, Vatican's got to be a top 5. You know,
Right?
where's my Vati? You know, what's
Dude,
going
it's
on?
a very girthy architecture set, though, man.
4383, 229. Obviously, there'll be little tiny baby pieces, but I think in the end it'll be a pretty pretty girthy structure there.
Oh, Lego CPA, good call. The Taj Mahal. I know they didn't. They called it something else, but but you're right. You're right.
Well, I call it the Taj, but you know, like
the Taj. The Taj.
Just straight up the Taj.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see how they do a lot of the.
And Calvin's saying, yeah, that does seem off, Calvin. I don't know if this is architecture for 4300. Yeah, this might just be a.
They are getting kind of big, though, aren't they? I mean, some of them are definitely girthy architecture sets. Not that big, but I mean, did a pyramid was. Oh yeah, that was when you buy 2 of the sets, you can actually make one whole pyramid.
When's the Icons Pope Mobile coming out? Exactly. Maybe it's Icons. Yeah, we'll get to the bottom of this.
There you go,
Falcon. If you're out there, Falcon, I'm throwing the signal up. What do we know here?
Oh yeah, pyramid. Yeah. Good
all right,
call.
let me go back.
Great thing, man. He's so smart. Oh yeah.
Micro scale Ninjago docks. So I guess the thought here, Hive, is I think there's 4 of the girthy boys that are in the world now, as far as those city-sized Ninjago sets. And so I guess this is going to be like, what is it, Buildings of the World? What the hell's that thing called?
Yeah,
Houses of the World, something like that.
Good old Ninjago.
So probably 250 spend or something crazy town. I don't know if Ninjago can pull that though. I don't know.
Jay, you gonna get all these, man? I'm curious.
Oh yeah, Jay, what are you gonna do here? Because dude, what if it's 250 in Ninjago purchases? Jay's gonna have to get some sets.
He's got to sell some sets.
Oh yeah, this is the second one. That's
really?
Right. Yeah,
I thought that was already done and done.
Oh wait, so did it not drop Feb 1?
I guess not.
Jay, the series 1. Okay.
Oh yeah.
For your viewing pleasure, a micro rocket launch pad, GWP, right here. Now it looks like these are. Am I seeing 2 babies? Yeah, it's all baby figs. I've just straight up CMF baby.
Which I guess, hence,
cute idea, really cute idea. You got to give it to him.
Yeah. I mean, especially if you're a space fan.
And you also got to give him 190. No, I have no idea.
I mean, I guess one of the space babies is more rare, but
the white one. Do we get a blue one? Yeah, I see a white one and a blue one.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know which one.
We have blue and brown. I think, guys, fact check me on that. I think we have blue and brown.
Space baby battle pack. White space baby is new. Okay.
Oh, guys, it's just been sitting there. It's a box of babies right here.
Yeah, this might be a heater just because it's a gift for purchase and
it's a box of babies.
Box of babies. I ain't gonna lie, dude. Even for Technic, that's pretty hot.
Guys, we put it in the description. Tonight's main event is going to be the Starships. So when we get across those, we'll fly past them because I want Hive to go real deep with me on these Starships because I have some thoughts. But let's get into this F1 stuff, and then we're starting right off the rip with an absolute heater, if you will. This is the Mercedes F1, similar size and scale, if not exactly the same as the McLaren that dropped a couple years back. Holy F, this thing is beautiful. FPJ, D1B, it's coming home. Stickers, I'm going to hate Hive. I always hate. There's so many in this, but there's no getting around it. So many sponsors. Maybe not your cup of tea, but maybe just as a. Are you an F1 guy? I don't know if you are. I guess
no. It's just I'm not a big fan of Technic cars, first of all. But
okay.
I will say that this one looks pretty. Some Technic vehicles I feel get away with it because of just whatever the shape or structure the vehicle is. These Formula One race cars can get away with it, in my opinion, and look pretty slick. I mean, dude, the way they got the rims and the green in the middle like that, I love that red on the seat. That dude, I know it's just a little red right there, but that really stands out. The fins, the way they did those 3 fins like that in the front, that's hot. It's a nice looking vehicle, man. I'll give it up for him, man.
I agree with you. I'm only interested in the Technic sets that don't absolutely scream, "I'm Technic, deal with it." You know, because I gotta tell you, a slight rant from me. I feel like every time a Technic set comes on, every Lego YouTuber has to stop and pause and say how they don't like Technic. You know, I'm not really into Technic, but it's like, all right.
You know what? It just occurred to me that 2 minutes ago, I just stopped and said I'm not a big fan of Technic.
Did you? See, everybody does it. I'm just like, I mean, it's okay to say. It's just I feel like it's this big, but you just jumped in though. But there's always this big dramatic pause. I don't know.
No, I know what you mean.
And people also they don't like when Technic is sort of what do you want to call it, at the core of a build, then you build outwards and then it becomes more, system oriented. For me, it's like if it's a necessary evil, like on an R2, which God, I listen, I understand that UCS R2, man, holy Lord, that was my first Technic anything, and what a big one to jump on. So I get it, but it's like, I don't know. I guess if I can bitch about stickers, people can bitch about Technic. Some of them, I just find it so like, I don't know what the word is, like played out.
Dude, I feel like Technic.
It's like okay, you hate Technic. Okay.
Technic, like other themes, has its place, man. They have fans, you know what I mean? I don't.
This is weird though,
but like just like the cranes and the like the dump trucks and all that stuff makes sense and looks good. And Technic is like kryptonite, man. You build something with Technic, dude, you can go to war with that thing, dude. It's not breaking, man.
So here's the deal, though, with this one. I think the reason why you're more open to it, Hive, is obvious. I mean, this is a smooth set. I mean, you're not because usually on a brick built set, system set, there's that whole like it's too smooth. It doesn't look like Lego anymore. I want to see more studs, and I get that. I think a perfect set is actually a nice balance, right? And it's hard to really describe that. It's just you see it and it's a heater. It's not. It's one of those situations. This, so I'm looking at the zoomed in on my screen here, and I mean, you're barely even seeing any Technic poking out of this. I mean, I'm sure it's all there to make the engine, because it will fire the pistons and all that stuff or whatever.
It's a beautiful looking car, man.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. They did a good job with that. And if you're a fan of, like I said, F1 racing and stuff, dude, that's definitely I'm definitely getting this. That's a nice speed champion. It's our first one in Speed Champions, right?
It is, that I'm aware of, yes. No, sorry. They did a 2-pack with the car we just saw.
Well, and I've got the
different year, but yeah.
Dragster. I think the Dragster is the one I got, the one that's got the bee and the honeycomb on it and everything. This is good though, man. Again, like the color scheme.
Yep.
The designers for Lego, man. Dude, kudos to them, dude. Like the stuff that they come up with is amazing. With the restrictions that Lego puts upon them with piece count and stuff, you know what I mean? Like they do such a great job. You have to use your brain too much, dude. Yeah, I'm not gonna go off on Technic right now. But I will say, without Technic, we wouldn't have some of the wonderful, beautiful Star Wars mocks that we have. That's for sure.
They did 1 million F1 cars in Speed Champs back in 6 wide. Is that right? There's a Ferrari. Is it 1 million?
I think I remember now because there was even a garage. I remember a garage.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
I think it was not long before my.
But I think in 6 wide or 8 wide, this is the second. Clever, can you run down a few? You're right. The one with the garage. I remember that. What else was there? Was there another like officially licensed F1? It has to be if it's Speed Champs, actually.
Speed Champs are hot, man.
I mean, look, even this one is one of the ones that's 27 Hive where I'm like, it makes sense. It's like a hot license, hot design. I just feel like in a lot of ways, people are doing Lego a favor by buying the Audi GS 4000 ZX V12. Like this is actually recognizable. I put this in the same category as I put the Bond and the Fast and the Furious stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like,
right. And something else about
Speed like more desirable because we actually a few car heads, probably a lot of car heads recognize that Audi, whatever the hell I just said.
Mm.
Everybody and maybe not this is a little niche too, but everybody
Yeah.
knows the Bond car, and everybody the Aston Martin, and everybody knows the Charger.
Right.
So like I feel like that's a little more justified in trying to be a little greedy. That's just my take. I don't know. Because that'll bring normies to the yard, and it probably is going to sell more copies than random Audi, in my opinion.
Probably, yeah. And Speed Champions make great gifts for people that aren't into Lego that love cars. Dude, I mean,
Yep.
I've seen so many people gift them to people. They make great gifts. Yeah, the 2-packs are great too. I like those 2-packs. Octane, yes, 2010, yes.
All right.
Truck. Oh.
Well, here's the deal though. I think they've done F1 in the past. Stand corrected on that. However, F1 is probably at its peak or close to it internationally right now. This is definitely the most the US audience has ever been into it. Factually, ratings wise.
There's been a few movies out lately in the last couple of years too that have
that and the Netflix series really Drive to Survive. Really, that's what Josh got me. Josh was trying to sell me on it. He goes, dude, just watch the first couple episodes of Drive to Survive. And if it's for you, great. If it's not, drop it.
Right.
I watched the first few episodes. I've now watched 5 seasons. And then I think after watching the first 2 seasons, I binged them. I started looking for the races on ESPN. So anyway, this is awesome. The only thing that could make it better is if we get a little Lando Norris or, some of the actual drivers themselves in there and get their likeness. But I mean, I'm not gonna complain.
I got a quick question, and this is for the chat as well. I would assume if they make a Speed Champion of this car right here, they would have to pay a licensing fee or whatever to McLaren, right?
Yep.
McLaren. I always want to say McLaren, like we're glaring at something. But
That's
they would also have to pay something to DeWalt Tools, correct?
This is what's interesting about this. I don't know, because here's my take from what I know about licensing. I think if Lego is paying DeWalt, for example, which I'm not convinced they are, by the way.
Because if I own DeWalt, I'd be like, hey,
one of 3 things is happening.
Our name is on that car.
One of 3 things is happening. McLaren, when they do the deals with these companies to sponsor their car, may say, because diecast is huge in this racing world, as you know. I mean, all the scales, from Hot Wheels on up to girthy boys, right? I'm wondering if they don't just say like, hey, part of this arrangement is, we're going to put you're, and maybe that's part of the pitch. And maybe like, hey, you're going to have DeWalt in 1 million different households.
Right.
So I think,
well, maybe it's like an umbrella thing as well. So like,
that's what I mean. It's an umbrella deal. Yes.
Yeah. They're just part of it because you slapped your name on our car. So any endorsement deals we get, you just kind of come along with it. Right.
Correct. I think you just nailed it. Yeah. So there's a couple ways. I think if it's part of I believe this is the 2023 livery with the Google Chrome wheels, which is the hottest part of the car, I think, besides the general color scheme. I think they just say like, yeah, like this is the deal. They just pay McLaren to license it, and that's it. But what I'm talking about is what's going on in McLaren. I think the sales guy who has to sell this real estate on these cars every year is like, hey, not only are you going to be on ESPN and all the other versions of ESPN worldwide, but people want to buy these cars for resale. You are also, as part of you paying me $1 million or $10 million for this one DeWalt space on the car, you're going to be on toy shelves everywhere. And I don't think, now I bet if DeWalt, and I guarantee not all the sponsors are on there for this very reason that I'm about to say, they're going to say, no, you pay me. And McLaren's like, well, fine, fuck it. You just won't be part of this then. Like,
that's a smart move. That's a smart move, because think about it. Even if none of them wanted to be part of it, dude, the car's still gonna look great. Maybe like a diehard fan might be like, hey, we're the sponsors. But like, yeah, maybe they were like, look, we're not paying you anything, but yeah, you'll be in whatever millions of households, and kids are gonna grow up with DeWalt on their mind. You know what I mean?
No, and that's what built it. It was funny because that's one of the first things my dad told me I recognized was logos. Like as a kid, I've always been a logo guy, but there was this game in school where they'd show you like a small portion of a logo, and because I grew up like in the restaurant business and stuff like that, like I'd be like Beefeater, like Beefeater gin, and I'm like a kid, you know, and it's like, I don't know, weird sidebar, but my point is, I just had a flashback. My point is, like, you know, I think DeWalt is tickled to be part of this. Is what is my net. I think it's an all-inclusive deal. Like, why wouldn't you?
And especially because it's Lego, you know,
right?
what I mean?
Would
Maybe if
DeWalt
it was
really
some
hold
lesser brand.
Yeah, are they going to really hold this up and go like, I'm sorry, we don't want to be on a bunch of kids and adults shelves? Like, why?
Also, CPA made a really cool.
And they're not buying it for DeWalt. That's the other most important part.
Right?
They're not buying it for DeWalt. They're buying it for F1 and McLaren, and they're buying it because it's a heater. They're not necessarily like, I'm buying this because it has a mic. There are some people who are giant DeWalt fans that might.
They're like, I love their drills.
Yeah, drill me, DeWalt.
Dude, you're on a roll with that stuff tonight, man.
Drill me.
I feel like the clothes for my first battle pack would be the best Lego Star Wars set for January. I think.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was that or the it was that or the Spitfire or whatever the hell it was called.
Oh yeah.
The Last Jedi or a Young Jedi thing. There wasn't.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
All right. Here's this one. Glad everybody's enjoying this F1 talk. And it's
yeah, man, it was good stuff.
All right, let me go back. We're gonna talk about Saw. I just want to hit F1s all in a row and then we'll get back to it.
This is different.
This is different. This is definitely a throwback. Now we're in the icons theme, and I'm sure you've picked up on this, but it seems like, okay, they're bringing F1 back and they're splattering it across different themes. And it's kind of like getting the space treatment, if that makes sense to you.
Well, and I like cars, but I'm not a gearhead. So I don't know what's going on in that world. So maybe there's something going on that they're trying to correlate with. Maybe some people out there might know, but yeah, I mean, they're definitely going with, I don't know. Yeah. Like this kind of came out of nowhere, really.
Well, so I think two things, right? It tells me the Mercedes 2-pack Speed Champ set probably did all right. Obviously, I think the McLaren Technic did all right, and then F1's on fire, so now they're kind of double, triple, quadrupling down on F1 sets. What I find puzzling and a little bit frustrating, and because I really like this one, I'll show you some more pics. Our scales are all over the place. So far, we've had a Technic and a Speed Champ, and now we have an Icon. And yeah, you can put them on a shelf together, but they're all different scales, all different sizes, all different price points. This one's 80. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like pick a size and let's go with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, well, I will say this, just like a lot of other things in Lego, if you like this type of stuff, especially specifically the F1 stuff or whatever, get this stuff now. Because you know Lego isn't gonna like keep going with. I mean, they'll still make Speed Champion stuff, but we don't even know how long Speed Champions will last for. You know what I mean?
Hey, who made this heater comment in this post right here? Let's see.
Makita. All right.
No, on Falcons. I think I think I won the likes battle on comments this week. Yes.
You sure, man?
Shout out to Ed Sheeran being the lifestyle model of this.
I would say something, but I would piss off all the Ed Sheeran fans, so we'll just never mind.
I mean, if it's a Ginge joke, I can take it. It's fine.
No. But just like most of these things, I look at all these people and I'm like, do you guys even collect Lego?
This thing, no, of course they don't. We love clowning those dudes and going through what they're saying.
Fresh fish. To be fair, Lego wants everyone to get a chance at an F1.
I mean, I guess like if you're only into icons, you're like, guess I'm buying it. It's like I don't know.
I won't lie, man. When it came to race cars, I was more of a stock car fan. I love stock cars for some reason. Just the shape and
hey, heater alert, 10:02. Everybody run.
Get out.
Piranha plants for 25. Going now, guys. Go, guys. Pause break. I need that.
I'll buy that for $25.
I've almost bought it for.
But I want to be rude on your stream, dude. Be like, oh, excuse me.
Nope. Everybody pause. We do this.
Clickety clack clack clack.
Holy F Lord.
Dude, we're gonna sell them out, man. You need to get
I don't know, guys. Boston novelties. I'll give it a whirl. sure this is very fraudulent. And proceed to checkout and buy. Okay. Now, guys, I want to note just real quick, because I guess we're in the position of being, and I hate this term, influencers. This was not shipped and sold by Amazon. Your mileage may vary. So I'm just telling you, the seller was not Amazon. It was Boston Market or something.
That's a heater deal. I ain't gonna lie, man.
So,
thank you, Tiger Builds, for
thank you, Tiger Builds, for the love. We'll see if this gets canceled. We will follow this fraudulent saga right here on a.
I was gonna say, you need to get an affiliate link, man. Probably just had 136 people just flood over to Amazon and buy a product.
I mean, right? There's only 5 good Mario sets. That's one of them.
I know, right? It is a great set. I ain't gonna lie.
No, it is. I mean, it's for all kids,
and even the normal price, I don't feel is.
Let me see if there's any other sellers. Let me see if there's any other sellers. Nah, see, they're the only seller.
Austin, I love it. Intermission purchases, gotta love them. It's like a quick
live buy. All right, guys, I'm just saying this seller is not Amazon. So if we all get a generico piranha, I apologize. But
dude, that's even just a good resale value, man. You know, just buy 2 and then just sell them at normal. You could even just sell them at normal price if you want to save them and invest. You know what I mean? Like that's a good deal. That's heater deal.
Did Padawan wait? I don't know. Padawan's not in tonight,
dude. Oh my god.
We have a total of 26 ratings.
Look at that video, dude. I love him. He's so great.
This would be great. Babe, wake up. 50% off plants. Love her.
Dude, she still took it better than Mrs. Hive would have.
Guys, just to be clear, though, this is a very unproven seller with they do have 26 reviews.
Shreddy, that's comment is killing me, baby.
Oh, what was the shipping cost? Oh, no. What?
God dang.
Let me see.
I'm so sorry, man. That's horrible. With
shipping cost. No, mine says free delivery. Free delivery.
Yeah, I mean, dude, if you use Amazon even on a somewhat regular basis, it's worth getting Prime membership. Plus, you get the videos and stuff, man. But Prime, you get free shipping, and most of the time, it's like free, like 2 or 3 day shipping or something. Like that.
Mine said free delivery. It's coming February 13th. But good looking out moments. I would have canceled that hoe real quick.
Oh yeah, they're like, got him.
All right.
Well, that's just something, isn't it?
We just made Boston Novelties night. Yeah, that remains to be seen. Oh yeah, yes, we made their night. Will they make our night? That's the thing. All right, guys, back from the commercial break.
Oh yeah, right.
Anyway, so Hive, it is a bit weird. Look, I love that F1's getting the love for all the F1 fans out there. I do think it's weird, like give us like 2 speed champs, a wave of F1. Do you know what I mean? People like to collect. We're collectors. They know this. Wouldn't you just like, if you were into it, super into it, a nice, cute little row of 8 F1 cars, right? You have your own little race every Sunday. It'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, man. Make an army of F1 cars.
But no, you get Bigfoot versus. I'm jumping brands here, but it's like Jeff Gordon versus Gravedigger versus.
Gravedigger, that'd be a nice one. Sunday.
This is the McLaren. It's just like, what are we doing here? Anyway, it's a heater set. I liked it. It kind of gives me old school Lego vibes, with the fig and all that stuff. Shout out to them for removing Marlboro. A lot of people point out, Hive, this car actually in reality was a Marlboro and Shell car, from what I understand.
Oh, the cowboy killers.
So that's why you're getting the red and white here.
All right, right on. I used to call them a pack of bloods. Give me a pack of bloods.
Also, it is a McLaren as well. So I don't know if we pointed that out. I'm a McLaren. All right. Let's see.
Ninja go.
All right, let's get out of here. Just want to see, was there any more F1? So we had 1, 2.
How many F1s you counted?
3. I thought there was 5. What am I missing?
Got a poly bag coming out, I'm sure.
There is a poly. I thought there was one more. Somebody help me out here.
Hold on, check the comments here. Hey, what's up, Firebird? Gonna have more than 26 reviews if these still come through, right? Liam Hot Takes says all this car talk is gonna put me to sleep. Wake up, Liam Hot Takes. There you go, man. I hope that helped. Should have gotten 2. Yeah. Ninja Go. Yeah, Spirit of Bricks, what's up? Hit the like button, everybody. Smack it around, force choke it, whatever, man. Just
Yeah, guys. I mean,
something to it. Tickle it, hug it, smack it, rub it down.
all right, we got to catch up on some supers, guys. I'm super sorry here. I had a rough start because of our audio issues. That's no excuse, but I just made one, and let's play them. Yeah. Y'all know what time it is. All right, first shout out goes to Dave GG. In my opinion, that MIDI Falcon is the best heater on there. Well, Hive and I are going to share our thoughts on that. You may be right. We may disagree. We'll find out soon. Big shout out to Dave. Double, channel member, and a 2-piece.
2-piece and a biscuit.
Ostif Bricks becomes a YouTube member. Must be a renewal because Ostif Bricks has been a member for a super long time. I feel like good to see you, sir. Ostif Bricks with a 212. I see what you did there. Every week, Hive, there's a countdown. 132 short days. So Brick World, my girthy friends.
Cannot wait.
Tiger Builds with a 2-piece. Definitely got the attention with the super Piranha Plats. And that's probably what we're going to end up with is a Piranha Plat. On Amazon. 132 days, my friend. 132 days from Ostif. All right, we got through them. Sorry, guys. And I will do better at catching them live. It's just I am driving back and forth. And I don't know that, I don't think Hive can, you can't control the comments over there.
I cannot.
Brett and I are tag team.
I am just a humble guest.
There you go. What's that like? It must be a lot of fun. I've done it a few times. I've only been asked on shows like a few times. So, it's probably because I talk too much.
No, man. No.
But no, I would like to be hosted where I don't have to do everything. What's that like?
It's nice. It's nice, man. It's nice when you just lean back and just let somebody else take
push
control,
buttons.
Yeah, no doubt.
Need a Seanism for the MIDI scales. Yeah, we'll work on that. Yeah, there's got to be something. Oh, CPA is gonna have me. I'm gonna start inviting myself to shows. No, and actually, guys, tomorrow night, have a big Brick World meeting tomorrow night, so that'll be exciting. That's not going to be broadcast. I apologize. Mark will be back in soon. We'll get an update from Mark on how things are going with Chicago and the other events. But I will have a Brick World meeting for private discussions. But after that, check me out on. It's just going to be a pop in, so watch it. I'll post when I'm going in, but I'm just going to do a pop in somewhere. Actually, I can't say why because it's a surprise. Jesus. Erase that. This person's not watching it, actually.
Scratch that.
I'll post where I'll be tomorrow night. How about that? Sorry, guys. It is a surprise. I'm not trying to withhold info from you guys.
Okay, everybody's gonna start sending you invites now.
Moments, you always have my link. Moments, your show is it Friday or Sunday? It's always like right at a time where it's tough for me. I always come in and say hi to you though. But if there's a night where I can, I absolutely would, bud.
Well, I'll have you on Good Morning Brick World again soon.
Well, I was thinking we need to do like that was like 2 years ago almost. We did a Good Morning ACOP. Remember we blended the logos? It was cool, man. A couple of Brick Worlds or
I feel like it's been since Doc was on the show, but I don't know.
Oh, 1,000,000%. This is 22, probably like year one for us for sure.
Yeah, time flies, man. Time flies.
Yeah, I mean, whenever that could be fun. We'll figure out a topic. If you guys want to see ACOB back on Good Morning Brick World, give a dub in the chat. We'll make sure our
we gotta get another fight going on too, man. Like,
me and you, yeah, we gotta fight about something.
Yeah. Look at us, man. Like, I love you, man. Let's fight about something.
Yeah. Well, it's because, like you said, it's like it's fun because
Yeah.
we always make out at the end anyway, so it doesn't really
man,
matter.
good times.
Uh,
A couple of brick.
hey, listen, you might end up being proven right on this boxes thing. Maybe we bring that back for round 2 on that. I don't know. We already did 3 hours on boxes versus bags. We got to find something else we really are at odds of. Maybe it'll come up tonight. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, you never know.
A couple of good morning brick world heads. That's kind of long.
Might have to like put that into an acronym or something.
Yeah. I don't know if that was it, but I like it. That's the winner so far.
Good stuff.
Guys, I've had it up for like 15 minutes. Give us a like, give us a shove. Real quick, if you are new here, I need to check this. But guys, as of the start of the broadcast, I try not to dwell on numbers too much, but when let me check it. Right before the start of the show, there it is. We did it.
What?
2.5. There you go.
Right on.
Okay. Thank you guys. Yeah, I was gonna say we were getting close to 2.5, another milestone. Next target is 3K, boys.
I was gonna say here, I can do a DJ
too big. I like when I can still see people's comments. And guys, again, I apologize if I'm not getting to you as much as we normally do. Let's take some time and just go through some comments now and get caught up. If you guys posted something a few minutes ago and I missed it, fire comment, repost it.
Yeah, I'm sorry if anybody's asked or said anything to me and I've missed it. The chat moves kind of fast.
Good morning.
I can't read very good.
Was it Good Morning Brickheads? That could be.
Oh yeah, that does sound good.
We could also just I can't do it right now, but if somebody wants to see, or I can do it later, you still have the episode, obviously, so we could see what the hell we did.
Yeah, I'd have to go back and watch.
Shout out to TJ. A couple of Good Morning Brick World heads for short. Channel member TJ in the house.
Right on.
Clever Pig, a couple of mornings in Brick World Head. In Brickhead World. Sorry.
Chess 98. I don't think I've ever been on Friday Night Bricks.
Ostif, is that set sealed?
Oh.
Ostif, if that set is sealed or like adult only condition.
Yeah, because that thing's hovering around 500 now, easy. 400 or 500.
Oh, sealed's like 7. Yeah, it's no joke. Austin, DM me details, Austin, if I'm interested. But if it's a good deal, you said it's a good listing, which tells me, good listing. I want to know more. DM me. My loner is slowly growing, but is it sealed, Austin? Yes, go grab it. Done. If it's 360 sealed and this guy, and I don't, check the seals though and make sure, if you need to, I guess he won't let you crack it open there, but yeah, man, live buy. Sealed with tabs. I know you know your stuff. So, all right.
Wow.
Geeter. Try to, if he's at 360, talk him down to 320. No, that's fine. Let me know, brother. DM me. Dude, I've been wanting that set since I started collecting.
Me too, man. But I
hope that's really true and it works out. I have no doubt Offs is telling the truth. I hope the guy on the other end is, all right. Thank you guys. All right, more comments. Let's get them in, guys. We're gonna hang with you guys for a bit, and then Hive and I are gonna get into Starships.
Some midi scale
Florians. Chips. I don't know. Midi.
I was trying to think of somewhere else to go. But anyways, heater deal, dude. You ain't kidding. It's a heater deal.
Getting close to 400 spent. Listen, man, 360. It's probably at least 50 or more to ship that girthy bastard. Probably more, but still, man, that I have not seen it. The best deal I ever saw was a Brick World last year, and I walked. It was $590, and I regret it to this day.
Yeah, but you bought
until today.
But isn't that where you bought the
X-Wing? Yeah, no, I know, yeah. But it was but Hive. It was moments after I bought that.
Right.
And I couldn't do them both. Obviously,
I remember when I saw you walk with that thing. I was like,
"Wait, what?
Did he just buy that?"
Well, and I'm sprinting up to people when I bought the Christmas X-Wing, telling them what I paid for it for 2 reasons. 1, because I was excited about the deal. I wasn't trying to flex. And 2, I just wanted it to be clear that I wasn't paying $1,500 or whatever the hell. So because you remember there was 3 of them there. 2 of them were like 12 or 13 or 15.
Yeah, I don't remember because I was selling. I didn't get to see them all.
And then mine definitely wasn't. He's like, I know there were like 3 something a year ago. I don't know, 5 or something. I'm like,
Dude, I'm looking forward to selling more stuff this year.
I couldn't believe it, dude. I think it was like 510. And I was like, he's like, cash only, sorry, man. And I'm just like, and it's so funny. We're all so tight. I think out of Shy, somebody was walking by like, Shy, give me a hundo. And then I went and got cash. And then like 30 minutes after that, Brent's like, Sean, you got 100? I'm like, yeah. And it's like, not, again, this isn't a flex. It's like, we all get each other back, but
yeah,
you know how it is. You're just like, it's like I don't know, man. That must be what, like, I picture that's kind of like what Wall Street's like with everybody with their tickets, flying around like
sell.
Buy. Cash is king of Brick World, 130%, dude.
Little side note, real quick, man. Yeah, cash. Because guess what? I just got hit up for doing my taxes. Every single thing I sold through PayPal.
Oh, they hit you?
Yeah, dude. Oh, yeah. I was like, whoa, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you got to do the in-person Jones. You got to do that personal hand delivery.
Yeah. I need some cold, stanky cash.
I can't believe somebody's selling that.
Wall Street is more chill.
Oh, yeah, that 112
lying, dude. Dude,
hey, listen, man.
Darth selling Brick World, man, was insane. I remember because I was selling, so I was inside, and I remember seeing stuff from outside and how packed it was. It was crazy. Yeah, it's definitely wild.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be like a Blue Chew situation here, Brad. If we can secure that Ewok for that. They hit you for PayPal, friends and fam. Yeah, they're starting to crack down on that too, right? Friends and fam.
I don't think so, but I'm not sure. I would have to look into it.
I know friends and fam charges fees now. I don't know if they tax you. That I do know.
Yeah, because they just saw it as income. They weren't looking at, gifts, I guess, necessarily. Because it's different through like YouTube, because those are royalties. So
here's a great question. Here's a great question from Riley. Thoughts on starting to collect all? Okay, it's still a great question. It's not what they said. All Star Wars UCS sets. Here's my deal. If you want to catch some really good insight last week with Shy, I think being a completionist for completionists' sake is a slippery slope. If you must have all of them, I get it. We're collectors. I've collected all of something before, but I can tell you, after doing that a few times with various hobbies and stuff like that, what is it? It's about the journey and not the destination. Because once you get that, here's what's going to happen. There's going to be one that comes out that you're not interested in and you're buying because you feel like you have to. There's going to be some on that list that also fits that category.
That's already a tough call anyways, man, because going forward, as we've all seen, the UCS sets are getting bigger and more expensive. So going forward, you're already going to be spending more. But dude, going backwards, trying to get some of these retired UCS sets, man,
here's the deal. You got Ryan telling you, like, again, he's in like a different position. Like, he's going to kind of be a historian, I think, long term on this, and want to have a museum maybe or whatever, or his channel's about it, whatever. He can cover that and write it off and expense it and all that. Now, for a regular dude, and I don't know what your financial situation is. If it's no problem for you to afford it, and that's what you want to do, go for it. But if it's going to be a little bit of heartburn, man, I would advise, like, look, people debate whether the latest X-Wing, for example, is better than the 2013. It's so much better. It's not even funny. And it's certainly better than the 2002 or whatever, 8, I forget when the other one was. My point is, there's a lot of times where they've made like 3 of these things, and it's like, if you want to do it for doing its sake, go ahead. But I feel like the going forward hive versions of this stuff, not always, but most of the time, is going to be better anyway. And you're going to spend less on it, because that X-Wing was what, like 500, the 2013, and then you got the new one for 220 or 230 or whatever, right? So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on going back and collecting them all?
Well, It depends on what it is. I feel like I have a completionist mindset, but I'm still kind of finicky or picky about it.
Yeah.
Because some of the stuff I'd have to really think about some of the ECS sets, but I mean, just some old sets, I just think look ugly. So I don't want them. It's like, I don't care how much they're worth. I don't want them because they just look ugly to me. But I understand why a lot of people would want to complete all of them, and at least the UCS stuff is at least narrowed into an easier category. I mean, expensive, but at least it's narrowed into an easier category to try and collect. You don't have to like go all over the place.
It's probably cheaper to buy the 2 UCS sets a year, Hive, than the. I mean, let's say it's about $1,000, right?
Right.
I think it's like $3,000 or $5,000 worth of Star Wars sets per year. So if you want to collect one thing and just get girthy boys, I mean, it's not a bad idea. To your point.
Yeah, but man, I get it. I mean, and look, for me, I've been moving more towards getting just the UCS stuff anyways. I've been moving away from like the smaller stuff because they've kind of, not with all of them, but a lot of them, they just kind of dumbed them down, like they've made them cheaper and smaller, less pieces or whatever. Dude, I was looking at my my TIE fighter from the First Order when those sets came out and stuff.
Huge.
And
nice.
Yeah, I was looking at that compared to like one of the more recent ones I had, and I was like, so I don't. I buy stuff either to put in stop motion to city or to display. Not really too much else than that. You know what I mean? So some of the sets I don't really want. So the UCS stuff, like the gunship, Slave One, I got the Razor Crest back here, but like that stuff looks beautiful displayed. You just need room for them. That's the big issue with a lot of them.
Small stuff clutter is much easier as well. Look, I've talked to people where this seems like an interesting strategy. I mean, it's a little bit costly, but a lot of people want the figs, right? And so we've seen sometimes they're generous with the UCS figs. Most of the time they're not.
Whoa.
And so, and that's probably what Hive's about to jump into, but you could bricklink the figs, let's say on a Shin Hati, and then just get the UCS and then get figs. If you want to kind of scratch a couple of different bellies, you could do that. Cause I struggle with that because I now have both Razor Crests, and it's like, the small one's cool, no doubt, but it's like, do I need both of those on a shelf? No, I'm gonna put the girthy boy up there.
All right,
sure, but like that's kind of I think it's a dilemma a lot of us face. Real quick, while we're on this topic, it's very relatable. Hive, what say you? This Barge, it feels like we're definitely getting the Barge. By the way, I mean everybody's it's got that Venator level of like it's definitely happening at this point.
Yeah.
Where you at on that? I think it's going to be 5 to 6 bills. You can tell me it depends, but like 5 to 6 hunch. Rumor, it seems like it's slanting more towards it's going to be more about the model and less about play features. I was hoping they would do a Razor Crest treatment or an AT-AT treatment, i.e. gigantic and girthy, but still, swing open one of the doors on that thing and let us see Jabba and the whole gang in there. But
I would assume, and I hate to assume things, but I would assume that this thing would be like that because it's not on the scale of the Venator or whatever.
That's what I was saying.
It's on the scale of like, I mean, it's obviously bigger in a way, but it's on the scale of like the Razor Crest and those types of, the
this
Falcon
isn't a Star Destroyer where the people should be this tiny.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking top or side comes off. You've got the area where Jabba, and then I'm also very curious about the figs because I know we talked about against her will Leia or whatever. I know there's numerous amounts of comments that were great for different names for her. Will we get maybe an interesting R2 with the bartending type thing? Dude, I'm curious about all the figs we're gonna get. Because I feel like they definitely, I know this sounds ridiculous because it's Star Wars, because we all know about the gray and blah blah blah. But I feel like, dude, the Barge, there's not a lot going on the outside. Maybe on the top, maybe a little bit because you got the gun or the cannon, the sails. But I feel like you have to open it up, man.
I do too, because it's not.
If it comes with Jabba, where would you put Jabba?
On a stand?
No, I mean like he's never. I don't think he's really ever on the top. You know what I mean?
No. But what I'm saying is, so let's say it just comes with 2 or 3 figs like some of these other ones. It would just be on the display plaque, is what people are saying. Like Jabba would go on the display plaque.
That kind of thing.
But dude, who do you cut? Okay, so it's like if you don't give, and I'm not saying we're gonna get what I call the Avengers Tower treatment or the Mos Eisley treatment. Truthfully, this should have been a Mos Eisley MBS, even though it's a vehicle, because that scene is so iconic for having what characters, man. I mean, sure, the ship is cool, but that's not what people don't leave the Jabba's sail barge scene, I don't think, going, what a magnificent floating barge across the desert. Nah, man, they want to see the
if anything, the skiff had more action, you know, than the barge.
Well, here's the other thing. So we are getting the skiff, I think, the month or two before.
Right.
And so is this going to be one of those A plus B kind of scenarios? One of the thoughts are we going to get the bulk of the lion's share of the figs in the skiff? But then that doesn't make any sense. I mean, you're going to get Lando and maybe Luke standing out there, you know, and everybody out there.
So clearly any figs that come with that skiff probably wouldn't come, even if they put a bunch of figs in with the barge, they wouldn't come with the barge. I'm sure, probably.
Not impossible, but it'd be really dumb, especially if they suggest you buy them together. I agree with you. Yeah. Like impossible, no. Dumb, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it feels like they toss out, you know, black outfit Jedi Luke figs like candy. So
there is a possibility. I know somebody, well, I didn't see who, but somebody said something about maybe no figs, but there is a possibility maybe we just get a Jabba. And you know, what, crumb or whatever with it, you know what I mean? Yeah. Maybe you just get a nice new mold or whatever print Jabba.
People want another Rebo. People want Slave
Look,
Leia. I mean,
you know what I wrote?
This is the most
you know what I wrote?
Driven set in a long time, where the characters matter more than the vehicle in this case, like big time.
Dude.
X-Wing's a star of the show. Pilot Luke, okay, fine. But like X-Wing, people want the X-Wing. Jabba's sail barge, I don't think everyone's like, I need that barge. I do. I need it, but not like, it's not the sexiest.
Well, look, if you're going to give me
Sandcrawler, somebody just mentioned it's nicer than a Sandcrawler.
Yeah, I was like, if you're going to give me that, then you better give me a sail barge, man. I mean,
yeah.
By the way, sorry, I know it's dark, but yeah.
Is that the Luke?
Yeah, it's the land speeder down there.
Yeah, it's a little bone sticking up on the back.
Yeah, minifigs are important to Star Wars fans. We don't get them the same way like other themes do. So it's understandable, you know, you would want some figs that kind of go with that scene, maybe stuff we haven't got, maybe not a Darth Malik with a set that you just released like a couple years ago. But I think if they gave us a nice new Jabba, I think for the most part, I think that'd be good.
I had a question pulled up. I'm sorry I pulled it down. I'm trying to find it, but it was something along the lines of, what do you think of the themes from 23 versus the ones you're seeing come up for 24? I assume he's talking about like new themes. I'm trying to remember what was in 23. I can't find the question, so I'm paraphrasing.
Themes?
As far as themes, like, do we think there's more exciting themes in 24 versus 23 was the gist of the question. And the reason I cited that is because, like, I guess TBD, although we know a lot about what's happening this year, I do want to do a show maybe next week. We're going to have a guest that hasn't been on in a while next week or the week after to talk about sort of the new blood, you know, these new themes that are coming in. We're getting a lot, you know, Animal Crossing, you know, is there going to be more Dune stuff? I'm just naming stuff at the top of my head. The Fortnite stuff, the whatever, you know, like all these new themes. There's a lot of new sort of blood coming in. What do we think about it and what the direction it's going in? I think that could be a fun show. So we are going to talk about that in detail, but I feel like I don't know, if it's too early in January 2024 to say I like the new themes in 24 better than I did 23. I think we need to see them in execution.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to have solid opinions on things you haven't really seen yet.
I guess it's based off rumors. I guess I am probably more excited because if that means if Zelda's supposed to be this year, then this year wins. Like,
well, did they mean themes or IPs?
I think he said themes. Sorry, man, I lost the question. I'm so sorry.
No, it's all right because I mean, as far as like new themes, that we had in 2023. I mean, the only one I can think of besides like, I'm thinking IPs again. So I don't know.
Here we go. I guess what he was meaning was 2023 was a peak Lego year. Can 24 compete? Yeah, sorry. See, that's what I get for paraphrasing.
Well, that's something, yeah, that I've been kind of wondering.
24 can absolutely compete. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think a lot of us have been talking, around the campfire about like, where is Lego going to peak? Can Lego just keep going up and up? And I'm not talking about like the bubble bursting. I'm just talking about like designs. I'm not saying
designs forever. I think financially, yeah, that has a shelf life. Design wise, I don't see why that would be throttled ever.
Well, because one, obviously they have their own restrictions, whether it's a piece count or price count, whatever. And then of course, a lot of new molds be made or whatever, but I don't know. They do continue to impress me, no doubt.
Yep. 2022, some people, we'll have to really like look at that. That's interesting. That could be a topic as well.
Now, as far as Star Wars stuff goes, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not saying it's the best, but man, I really missed that Rogue One wave. I ain't gonna lie, dude.
Yep.
I really missed that dude. That was so beautiful. It was like the perfect timing because that was like within a year after I came out of my Dark Ages, I think, roughly within a year or so. So like I was still pretty new in the Lego thing, and Star Wars is why I got back into it. So that Rogue One wave, dude.
No, I hear you. And you know what? I feel, and I know the show is mixed. I know your thoughts on it, but I really, since I've been around, I think the tightest wave I've seen, and keep in mind, I've been around since late 2018, I believe. I think the tightest wave that I saw from Star Wars was that Ahsoka wave. I mean, it was, I thought, really, honestly, it was, it was on, I think it came out like right when the show was on or right around it or during it. Like
great
figs
too.
The figs were good.
Yeah, man. And I thought they separated the figs pretty good.
Yes.
In each set.
Yeah. I think people are going to romanticize, and rightfully so, like you're doing with Rogue One. I wish I was there for that. I mean, I was definitely a couple of years before my time, but I feel like when they're looking back, I think this Ahsoka wave is going to have a similar level of love. Because when you look, I mean, the Ghost alone is going to be a piece for a lot of people. And then you've got the 2-pack. You have Ahsoka's T6, while not as great as the other one.
I yearn for the day they make the ECS Ghost, man. I love that ship so much.
We got Oldendorf in the house.
What's up, King?
What up, Your Highness? You with the £2 super chat. Hello and bye as it's 3:30 a.m. over here. Thanks. Well, I hope we entertained you during your 3 a.m. leak, perhaps. I'm not sure what was going on, but thank you for saying hello, Your Royal Highness.
Yeah,
first ever channel member, double King Oldendorf. There you go.
Right on, King.
Ghost figs are badass. Yeah, I mean, again, none of it's perfect. I mean, but I mean, as a wave, we can get into the figs. We can. I don't want to right now, but I think that's like about a perfect wave as you can get, in my opinion. Force Awakens was a great one for the time too. Definitely. But that first shuttle wasn't great in hindsight. I don't know. What do you guys think? What was one of the perfect waves for Star Wars? That could be an interesting that'd be a good topic. The perfect wave.
Yeah, and I know definitely you hear about a couple different years that, Tyler and Ryan talk about, because they were there.
2013, yeah.
Yeah, and there's definitely a couple of them that they definitely put there up on top shelf. 2013, 2014, those are definitely ones I hear about. I think the couple are right pretty close together, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, 12. I know there's like 09, they like a lot, something like that, or
yeah.
Thank
you, Tom the Builder. It's a dope shirt.
Everybody loves it.
I know, it's a great shirt. Do they do a midi-scale?
Do I need to sell this shirt? What's going on? Actually,
the shirt of boys.
we should talk about that. And shout out to Sidious wherever he is. I don't see him here tonight.
But... Yeah, I haven't seen Sidious tonight, man. So what's up, Sidious?
Real quick, well, I mean, somebody's mentioning shirts. Let's get into Merch Gang here.
Merch Gang.
Let's take a look. Apex T Designs over on Etsy If you go to Etsy, just search ACOB, it'll come up. But we still have. Thank you. We got the boys series of shirts right here. Hive, walk me through these. What are some of your
That one right there is one of my favorites because I love Jawas.
All right.
I love that one because I love clones, obviously. I hate that one because I hate Ewoks, but okay. Definitely some heaters in here, man. Dude, the phrase box of boys, dude, your Seanisms are absolutely fantastic, dude. There's so many good ones. I have
the tube. What about the tubes, boys? Though you gotta love the tubes.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about Chewie. You got that one too. I got the.
Sorry, it's furry boys. Just to be clear, it is furry boys. This has nothing to do with Mecca or anything like that.
Dude, there's some classic ones on here, man. Like when the one
I
love the Sleemo. I got that one. I've got the Brickhead one right there too. A-Fault Andy. I love the Thrasher magazine, the heater, because it's it's from the Thrasher magazine, skateboarding. I love that one, dude, because I used to skate for a long time. Balrog, that's a great one as well, dude. I saw a different streamer wearing that shirt. I swear to God, I gotta go back and look.
Dude,
Sidious
is what the best one is of all time so far, though. It's so hard.
Oh, that's a tough call. I might say the Sleemos is my favorite or the heater, but
dude,
I don't know, dude.
Full Price Jones sold a few copies, but I will say this. So Box of Boys, the repeating one, has sold a lot. The black and yellow boys has sold a lot. Good amount of the other color ones, but the fact is most dudes just like the black tees.
The trench run one that he's got there. I have one that he did in the past that's similar to that. It's a
different color though.
Well, it's a different color, and plus it's a TIE fighter, and not an X-wing, and it doesn't have the explosion. But I love it. It's great. Good stuff.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Sidious, man.
Yeah, man. If you guys want a shirt, pick one up. You guys do a great job of tagging us on social and stuff. We did do a limited print run. If you remember, we did like the 501st colorway of Box of Boys.
Oh,
that one was cool.
Sidious is over in Poland, man, or something.
That's right. That's right.
I forgot. He took like a.
Oh, you just said that. I'm like, yeah. He texted me. He's like going to be gone for a bit. You're right. Yeah. I didn't think it was that long though. It feels like he's been there for. I think he said it's going to be a while.
Well, he's got family over there, man. So he probably over there for a while and stuff.
We do need a hat. We need a loaner. TJ has his standard ACOB shirt on today. That's awesome.
He's probably back. He's probably been working because of football. I know it's the time of the year too.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, and the Super Bowl's in the Raiders Stadium too. So yeah.
Make one like yeah. That dude. Sidious would whip something up, I'm sure. I'd like to see what he does for a loaner shirt. That'd be interesting.
He took the walk to Poland like it. Box of Boys hat. Yeah, that's definitely overdue. We got to get a Box of Boys hat.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure. And guys, also, again, I know it's been, like I said, probably a couple months now, but there will be some more stuff happening with brick shell cases. So stay tuned for that. We will not remake. I'm sticking to my word. We will not remake the original Box of Boys. If you were one of the 66 and wherever 66 is, you guys are definitely getting a sort of one of one limited edition. Like your number is your number. That backdrop won't be used again. We will do other stuff, but we will not do that design like that ever again. So just to be clear. I will not go back on my word. We could have done a lot more of those if we refired them, but we're not doing that. So
got a little piece of history there.
People mentioned Seanisms or whatever. There's plenty out there to draw from, and we're just going to figure out what we're going to do. Austin with some bad news. He marked it sold. Keep his eyes out. All right. Well, maybe the guy doesn't show up. The Ewok Village has been sold. Hive. We lost it.
Yeah, well, these things happen, man.
Girthies with arm printing. Yeah, that's love the arm printing.
Stud Lake, I love the loaner sweatpants.
By the way, good call out. Who said that? Papa Rex. Shout out to you, channel member. Papa Rex. Girthies with arm printing.
Yes, Papa Rex.
We have to. We do have to call out arm printing on our shirts when they have arm printing.
And when you make hats, you should make sure there's no holes in the hats or something like that, dude.
Oh, Hive, I don't know if you saw it. I didn't wear it tonight, but I have a Darth Vader hat like that with his buttons on it.
Really?
So cool if I wore that tonight. Yeah, because it'd be like the light and the dark side on there. Yeah, it's
Oh
chest plate buttons, but like on a hat,
yeah.
kind of staggered. It
Nice.
reminds me of, we could be running around the Death Star with that or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Definitely. One of 66 has a very loving home. Heck yeah,
Yep,
man.
Jake does have that. I was just watching that, Jake, on our Instagram feed. Jake does own number one, and that's what I'm telling you guys. Like, I could have gotten one. I could have gotten 66. So like, what do you want? And I was like, 2. And honestly, in hindsight, I should have taken 9 because that's my favorite number. But I was like, I don't want number 1, but I'll take number 2.
There you go.
And I wanted you guys. There are no prototypes. They've made 66 of them. So, God, that's wild. I want to know some guy running around with K66 and a big ass box of bears. What, he put bears in there?
What's
Hat
Brad?
with helmet holes. That'd be hilarious.
I was looking at Brad's question. What comes first, a new Jango Fett Starship or a Taylor Swift Brickhead? Well, if you want to say like Lego, so I would go with Taylor Swift. That's probably what they'll do first.
Yeah.
There you go. Shout out to all you Swifties out there. Girth Gang.
Yeah. I think we're gonna get a Taylor Swift set before we get a lot of stuff, actually. But.
Yeah, probably. It feels like it would make perfect sense. All the other stuff Lego does.
Yeah. All right, let's see. We're gonna get let's go through these Starships.
Yeah. Yeah. There's something I'm kind of curious about with those things.
All right, we're gonna start here. We're gonna go back to the Falcon, and we're gonna start with the Tantive IV. All week long, I've heard people going back and forth with Tantive V, Tantive. It's kind of like an AT-AT situation at this point. You guys can Google it, but I still think it's the Tantive. But I don't know.
I mean, that's what I always.
Han is also Han. You know what I mean? Like, they call him Han most of the time.
Well, I mean, across the pond, they don't say schedule; they say schedule. I'm like, what are you guys talking about, man? Like, what?
They spell color wrong too. I have a problem with that.
Dude, when I was watching Andor, everybody that's acting in Andor, they're always saying schedule. And I'm like, you mean schedule?
Yeah.
Like, where are you guys from? Yeah, man, right off from Tantive looks all right. I agree with some people's comments about the front. Looks a little, a little odd, a little small. Not, but overall, man, I think it looks good. Not really any complaints. It's my least favorite, I think, out of the bunch.
I feel like the head on it is a bit small.
It's definitely a bit small.
Like, that's my only knock. This is probably one of my favorite starships in the whole range. It's first one you see, legendary scene.
Right.
I like that it's white instead of Star Wars gray, obviously. The Rebellion red, the maroon, whatever you want to call it. Great. I
just feel like they could have made that front bigger. The
front should have been bigger.
I
feel like the butt is almost, the butt on it, Hive, and the bottom left is a bit more symmetrical. Like, I feel like some spacing would have been nice there between the thrusters a little bit.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. Definitely got some junk in the trunk. I mean, even more so compared to the front.
I don't know, man. For me, for my money, the one that dropped whenever it was, 2019, 2020. I mean, that thing is just chef's kiss.
Yeah. Agreed.
Compared to this. I love that they're still doing the little Easter eggs of I forget the micro figures, they're calling them. The studs there.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's very cool. But I mean, if you don't have the other one, you don't have the space, you want to get into this line, and I think Stud Lake mentioned it earlier. Shout out to Stud Lake. He's saying, a good topic to talk about collecting them all, Hive, because people really do have a choice to jump on this bandwagon and get them all. There's only one out so far, right? In this new breed of midi-scale ships, you could jump on and get these as well. And I mean, the collection.
It's definitely a cheaper alternative to buying the bigger scale ships. Even the ones that aren't UCS, like, if you get like a regular like a regular Falcon or whatever, it's obviously cheaper to get one of these midi-scale ones, which we'll see here soon. But they're still not cheap. I mean, I think this might be the cheapest one on the bunch. I can't remember if it's this one or the I don't remember for sure.
I think the Falcon's the most. This is the second most, and the Invisible Hand is the cheapest, I believe, at 49. We'll get to.
Okay, yeah, the Invisible Hand is it's a smaller piece. Okay, but yeah, like you said, man, it's a great alternative to getting the bigger stuff. My whole thing with all of these, and I might be.
Yeah, I want to get into. We could talk about them individually, but I want you to give overarching for sure. Like this, the whole scene. What do you think about it?
The only real complaint I would have, and it's a minor, I don't know if it's a minor complaint or not. I don't even know if I'm reaching. I don't know if I'm being petty. I just wish there would have been a minifig with each one.
Yes.
Dude, when you asked me, to come on tonight, the only thing I wrote on here was minifigs.
As an answer to my Starships, yes. I agree 1,000%. I think everyone will agree with you, and it was needed for the helmet series. I mean, seriously, a Boosh helmet, it would have killed you to just throw a little. Everybody could use a little more Boosh. Just throw it on there. You know what I'm saying? Like, why couldn't she be hanging out next to her helmet?
I would have loved to have seen a Malik in one of these.
So you're saying you would well, obviously, yes, we would have loved to have had these sort of, we'll call them bonus figures that we're getting for the 25th. But I think just a figure, you know what I mean? Just give me one of the Rebel fleet troopers just standing there, something.
Right. I think, unlike a lot
Leia,
of other themes,
anybody from the scene, just put it in there. What's the problem?
I mean,
you're still paying $70 for one fig if you're a fig, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like they're losing out.
So something that I've been wondering, and I keep meaning to ask everybody, the chat, you, other people in the community and stuff, Tyler, Ryan's like, look, is it odd? Would it be weird for Lego to maybe be a little more niche in some of the Star Wars figs that we do get? Because unlike Ninjago, I know it's Ninjago, I just call it Ninjago. Unlike Harry Potter, unlike a lot of these other themes, Star Wars has a lot more characters. Some of them are legends.
100%.
Some are from games. Some are from whatever.
I'm with you. Yeah.
So but the thing is I feel like Lego wouldn't mess around with some of that stuff, but we're getting a Darth Malik fig.
No, but here you go. Bail Organa, great example.
There you go.
That's it. Put that.
Look, even if you give us a fig we've had before, maybe just something we haven't had a lot of. Like, don't give us another Luke.
What up, Big Nate?
Hey, Big Nate, what's up?
But I think but here's the decision I want to be in the boardroom for. Before we even get into what fig we put in with each one, because that could be answered, multiple ways.
Right.
They're just like, I guess they just in their minds went, okay, well, this is 18 plus. This is for grown-ups. They don't care about a fig. If you're picturing an executive or something, and they got a highfalutin office, usually where they put their model boats or trains. Bear with me. They're like, I feel like if they put a little fig on that podium, then that would be disruptive and bring it from a true adult thing to a kid. Like from a display perspective, that's the only argument that jives with me. However, you then flip it to UCS and you're still getting figs there. So that's kind of out.
Well, and plus, Lego's like, we can't market toys with this.
Yeah.
Like, this is, I don't know. But, dude, there's so many Jedi, Sith, bounty hunters, droids. Like, you could just go on and on, dude. And some of them aren't even that niche. Yeah, like all of us that know, like, look, you all know clones way more than me, but I know a lot of old school Star Wars lore. You know what I mean? There's a lot of characters, man, just in the freaking bar alone. And look, we got them in Mos Eisley. They gave us a lot of cool characters there.
This is the other thing that's such a tease. It's like, yeah, we haven't gotten
Dooku.
We haven't gotten a Dooku.
How about another Asajj Ventress with hair now?
Right.
Dude,
that's what I'm saying. So I mean,
oh my god.
So that's what I'm saying. Like it would just the term Disney uses is it would plus it up, Like
dude, look how many clones.
I just, I really want to be in there and just hear the justification, because over on the Marvel side, I know we're going to get into this thing again. Your Groot, the Groot thing, I think comes with a fig, right? Like, it comes.
How many?
I'm sorry, Rocket right now, buildable
Yeah.
fig is coming with a Groot for some reason. I get that they're buds, but like it didn't have to, but they did it because they're probably like, it needs this to sell. I think that is the attitude also, for better or worse. I think they want this to be very executive looking, and I don't mean the executor, but like something that a sort of highfalutin guy would be proud to display in his office and have a conversation piece that doesn't. You put a minifigure on this, and I know everybody's saying you can take it off. That's probably not how they look at it over there. They like the plaque, they like the stand, they like it how it is, and they're like, this will not make a certain type of consumer feel like they're playing with toys.
I know, but it's so
show this to their wife, and they'll be like, it's a little weird, honey, but cool. But then you put like a cartoony child toy figure on there, it does change the game a little bit. And I think
but then they made the Harry Potter train that's got the little thing that you can move, so that way the little wheels can move, and like I've even made fun of that stuff because I'm like, how much cheaper could that UCS be?
Anthony just nailed it. Anthony nailed it. Something that Darth Vader would display in his room on the executor.
Good call. Correct. Man. That's a good comment.
He's not like, oh, Luke, I need your figure. Like what? No.
I think, I don't know, man. I agree with you. I do agree to a point. I know I saw somebody's comment. I don't remember if it was here or something like
this. We were going to get to this too. Not saying it's right, but they're replacing the helmets that didn't have it. That was the problem with those too. Yeah, we kind of touched on that when we were saying Bosch needed a Bosch fig. I mean, like, why not?
Yeah.
But why do that? Now here's where I get angry. Okay. Here's where my brain explodes. We had a Bosch helmet, right?
Yeah.
40th anniversary of Jedi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We didn't get Bosch last year. Now, I mean, we all need Bosch. Let's be honest. We didn't get that, right? But then what are we getting in the fall, Hive, for UCS, perhaps? Jabba's sail barge. What could go in that? Bosch. We're hearing.
Oh, dude, they better not put Bosch in Jabba's sail barge.
But she's in. Well, that's true. Bosch is in the. She's in the.
Yeah, she ain't in Jabba's sail barge.
No, she's in his. Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
All right, I take it back. I'm just saying though, they would still pull a move like that. But that was
they could. I mean,
yeah,
I would be surped. I mean, Lego.
She was in the palace. You're right. My bad. I messed that up.
But you're right. I could see Lego doing that and be like, I don't know. I'm using. Well, Leia was, remember in the Clone Wars, Leia was on the barge. Like what?
I stand corrected. I'm sorry. Sorry, everybody. I'm sorry.
Calm down.
You know what's funny is I just watched Jedi again this weekend. Dude, it holds up, man. It's so good.
Dude,
that Jabba scene is 30. Okay, so the Jabba scene ends at like I think almost 40 minutes into the movie.
Dude, when I was young, man.
Crazy.
When I was young, that stuff with Luke. Remember, he had the cloak and it was the dark suit on, man. And even when like the guards came up to him and he just like did that and he wasn't scared. Because that was my whole thing. Because when I first, I was a kid when I first saw, like a lot of us, man. You know what I mean?
Last you saw me, he was whining with his hand cut off.
I know. And then he goes walking into this place full of bounty hunters and smugglers and thieves and everything else, man. And just no weapons. It's just like, are you kidding me, dude?
Yeah, man. He didn't care.
Oh my goodness. Falcon. That's a girthy little Falcon.
It is. I like it.
I do too.
I think it's great. I'm in the camp of both. When somebody says Falcon's overdone, I hear you a little bit on that, but you guys have got to understand that this is what I call a top 3. It's probably number 1 actually, as far as Starships, as far as iconicness, iconography, whatever. But like, I think you've got the Falcon, the X-Wing, and the TIE Fighter. Hive, do you agree generally those are the 3 most recognizable starships in the Star Wars?
What's that? The Falcon, TIE Fighter, and
X-Wing? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what I just said, but that's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Okay. I think those are the top 3, and then this one's probably number 1. Would that be fair to say? It's kind of like for the dark side, you've got the Death Star and the Star Destroyer. Well, I already named the, but anyway, AT-AT for sure. That's one of those top 10. Now I know the clone region is going to name their ATTEs and all that stuff. That's fine. Talking about original trilogy. So I'm in the camp. What say you? They've made too many Falcons. It's fine to make a Falcon here. That's where I'm at.
Look, my stance is, and I get what you're saying. I understand the whole trilogy because, I'm an OG fan, right? But this is what I've been saying for a little while now is times are moving on. And us OG fans, we're still here, you know what I mean? But you know who's up and coming now? A bigger wave of fans is all the prequel fans.
Yeah.
And I think that they need to not stop making these sets, but to start moving into more prequel stuff. Because if they don't, they're gonna maybe miss out on their boat. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. And not only that, just because something is the most recognizable, and I get it from a marketing standpoint, a selling standpoint, but again, the thing that I'm saying is Star Wars fans like all of Star Wars. You know what I mean? If you're talking about some little kid or whatever, they might know some Star Wars, but they're not going to be a heavy Star Wars fan. You know what I mean? So they're just parents are going to get them whatever. But us, we know Star Wars. Yeah. And like I said, the generation of prequel fans, man, are in their 20s now and stuff like that. And they want to spend money on stuff that isn't just, what we grew up with. So I think that they need to slowly start kind of moving towards that kind of arena. Because, it seems like every year or two, we get another Millennium Falcon, another X-Wing, another TIE Fighter. Now, they've been doing awesome lately with the prequel stuff. I'll give them that. But see if they keep up with it.
Why don't they make a lightsaber line? I think we tackled this previous, but my thought is like, if they're going to do it, it would have to have the blade, I think. And people would probably want them full. I guess it doesn't have to, Hive. They could just do hilts. But honestly, I have the Yoda and the Luke. And if you really break it down and just look at it without the box art around it, it's kind of like you get this little tiny hilt. And it's like,
I feel like
it's just, they're all too samey too,
Well, I think the reason they don't do that is because lightsabers aren't big enough. And I think they're more niche enough that they would rather them be gift with purchases or something similar to that. That's why I think they don't mess with them.
I don't think
about how many lightsabers they could do.
I don't think Lego thinks prequels are for infants anymore. I think that I see what you're saying, and their love is coming, and it's already being shown. Dylan, now in the MIDI scale, you're right. I think Invisible Hand is kind of the only sort of clone era set there is so far. But I think clones have gotten plenty of love and are being taken seriously. Yeah. I think they've gotten UCS sets, 2 out of the last 3 years. I could be a little off on that, but we got a Venator, got a gunship. They're playing the hits.
Also, you guys are voting with your wallets. They have to be seeing how many clone battle packs and stuff are being bought, man. Like, think about just some individuals, how many they might buy. You know what I mean? So they have to see the numbers, man. You know what I mean? Like, they're not army building with Luke. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
but no, I look forward to having all these on like their own shelf. But at the same time, and I think this one's 89 Hive. This is the high boy. Obviously, I think they think this is going to bring boys to the yard. This one's definitely going to bring the most normies, I think, by far. If somebody is getting one midi-scale ship, this is going to be it, I think, for a lot of people.
I will say, I feel like they almost went too far with putting a little too much on there. There's a lot going on in that thing, man. I like it, but
detail, you mean? Or
yeah.
I'd say there's no such thing. I mean, I think it's cool.
Right, but the smaller stuff gets, the harder it is, man, to chalk up a lot of detail because it's Lego. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, I love it, and I think they did just fine, but they just almost went too far with for me as far as like some of the detail on something that small. But it looks great, man. It's definitely
hollow chest over here in the top left.
What's that?
The hollow chest. See that on the top left?
Oh yeah, that's a printed piece too.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Be a hot little bit on a Bricklink, maybe.
I know, right?
All right, so there's this one, and then again for Most of our viewers, I'd say split. A lot of people are really into the invisible hand.
Yeah, man, it's good. It's good shit.
It
is
does
nice it
split in
breaks
half,
apart.
which is a nice touch.
Yeah.
This is definitely less detailed than the Falcon, but it is at a better cost. 557 pieces. Rumor is this will be $49.99 Hive as opposed to 90 on the Falcon.
Right on.
That seems like quite a disparagement. I want to see that play out. You know, I want to see if that's what it really comes out at. Because $40, man, you're getting into half price Jones on that. I feel like go 60 on this or come down 10 on the Falcon. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know, I also like to get people's perspective that aren't into Lego. Because it's easy for us, you know, to fall in love with a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? But
Greeble Gang.
Greeble Gang.
Fig would have helped this one the most. Yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
Yep.
Agreed. Isn't
Maybe
the Falcon,
the Falcon is
$85?
85, Perry, but is it $35? Sorry, guys, the prices aren't up here. I'm trying my best to memorize, but I think I got the pricing hierarchy in the
We're
right
right
order.
around there. It's
Yeah,
pretty
I think
close.
Falcon was the most, Tantive, and then Invisible Hand. And I think it was like 50, 70, maybe it's 85, 90, something like that. I could be off. But either way.
What's up, Lego Head? To James J says, I wanted this for nearly 10 years. Wow.
More of an OT guy, but looking forward to getting the hand. Yeah, I think everybody's pretty stoked on this one. And I think at that price point, it's going to do quite well.
Yeah, I agree.
Could have been a little bigger and have more detail. Yeah.
They're really nice display pieces, man, for the size and scale and everything. I mean, especially again, if you're limited on space. Like for instance, even me, I've got more space than a lot of people. And I was trying to figure out where to put this Venator. I'm like, I don't know where to put this Venator at, man. And I know they don't have the midi-scale Venator, but yeah, it's nice to be able to get these things, you know what I mean, in a smaller scale. And they look good. They look really good, man.
Yeah.
I will say this. I really kind of regret selling my my frigate now. I had a couple of them and I sold them and never re-upped. So yeah, those are probably going to go up in price, like hella price, because those were San Diego Comic-Con exclusives as well. So yeah.
Tyler did advise, and I agree. I mean, if you want to be a true blue collector, we did mention the Executor, but if you want to poke them on it and catch them all, you may want to go back and get that. But unfortunately, that thing is about $170, I think, now ish for the B frigate, Nebula and B frigate. So, you know.
Yeah, and that was a nice set too. I really enjoyed the frigate a lot.
Yeah,
I thought it looked good for, again, midi scale. I've heard stuff we might get a bigger version of it eventually. It's a pretty iconic ship in Star Wars, you know what I mean? It's just the problem is it's a very awkward ship, you know, to try and build on a bigger scale.
Yeah, and it definitely needs the stand, right, that it comes with. So
yeah,
you know, I totally get that. Yeah, we've looked at them now, Hive. So overall thoughts, anything else on the Starships?
I mean, I don't have any complaints with them really. And even like the minifigure thing is, like I said, more of a petty type of argument. It's just more being picky. But I think they all look great.
Oh, here's some more shots of the hand. My bad.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right on. Yeah, I don't really have any complaints. I mean, even the size and scale of them, I think, are pretty good for, you know, what they are.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Why not figured scale? What? I was reading that comment, like, what the heck? Yeah, like I said, the only thing I would like, man, you know, is a fig. But
I mean, the alternative is what? You get what, 160, they give it a justifier treatment, you know, like 169, but then you got to kind of probably put it on a stand. Well, I guess it has landing gear. I don't know.
Yeah, and I know why they did it, but it's just, Yeah, it's just like, why couldn't they have put like, again, like the Darth Malak figure in like one of these sets or something? You know what I mean? Because nobody has any of these sets.
Right.
They haven't made them yet. You know what I mean? So you get a new set and a new fig.
Liam just layering out the takes. The name checks out, but he's saying none of this tops the Executor. Yeah, I'm almost with you, man. I'll actually be with you on that.
Yeah.
Executor is beautiful. I don't know, man. That Falcon's pretty awesome. Even though I need another Falcon like a hole in the head, that Falcon's pretty freaking good, man.
Yeah, I've got one.
I might give the edge to the Falcon.
I really need to get the ECS Falcon, man. I just coughing up that $850, man.
I'm to the point now, man, where like I think they're gonna pull what they did before. This one will sunset, and then 2 years max later, they'll bring out the next one.
Probably.
And that brings up our favorite debate, Hive.
No.
Which UCS set is gonna hit $1,000 first? What that?
Yeah, I still think mine. I still stand by what I say. I think you have probably the most logical argument. My whole thing is,
you said Ghost, right? What was your answer?
yeah, mine was the Ghost because.
All right, let's
change chat. Hear me out. The reason I said the Ghost.
Change this topic. Here we go. First, go ahead, Hive.
So the reason I said the Ghost would be the first $1,000 set is because a UCS Ghost would be, if not the same, if not girthier than a Falcon. Then you get a Phantom on top of it. I think that's what would push it to $1,000. I mean, on top of just Lego raising the prices. But now, Sean, your argument is the Falcon again, which I agree is probably the most logical argument. But
number 2 with a bullet, Death Star.
I'm trying to think of a UCS Death Star, like the scale of that thing.
Ryan says it's impossible, but what I think we'd like to see is the 1 and 2 mixed, where one side you've got the Death Star 2 UCS where it's not a play set. Yeah. Flip her around and you've got your scenes on the other side. That would be so sick. But he's saying he thinks it would be too heavy structurally. It wouldn't work. And I'm going to believe him because I'm not an expert on that.
Yeah.
I think it'd be impossible to move. I mean, he listed a lot of reasons, but I could see if there was going to be $1,000 Death Star, I think it would have to have the AT-AT treatment, whatever it's kind of what I'm calling it, the Razor Crest or the AT-AT treatment, where great looking model on its own, but we can also play with it.
Right.
Like I think that would be it. But yes, I hear you on the Ghost.
Well, here's the thing:
you have a shot. You have a shot because it's going to be in that movie, probably.
Well, okay, but here's something I just saw a comment. Well, there's a couple comments. Really,
all right, let's get it.
Well, so Calvin says I think a UCS Ghost would be dope, but it can't be $1,000 set. Okay, really? How much is the Falcon right now? $850.
That's the Falcon, though. I think.
Yes, I know, but think about, let's say, another year or two.
Okay. Dex is
a girthier set with the Phantom. You're saying they can't push that to $1,000?
I just don't think the market's there. I just don't think the market's there for the.
I don't think it is either, honestly, because people would buy it, but it's not the same
100%
as a Falcon. Now, the other comment that I noticed that I think goes along with your argument is someone was saying about how like there's always going to be a UCS Falcon set to buy. And if that is true, which I could see that being true, but if that is true, I can't see them, or maybe having them both at the same time.
No, they won't have them at the same time. They'll retire this one is it $850 now? How much is it now?
$850.
Okay.
Something right.
And you don't think Lego, the mother of raising prices, will be like, all right, this one goes away. Brand new 2027 fall release, $999 UCS Falcon. Dude, come on. I can just see it. I can visualize it.
So, and look, Ghost isn't a Falcon. Yeah, I know.
It's not.
Dude, the Falcon's my favorite ship. And
I think the Razor Crest.
The Ghost and the Razor Crest is
I think the Razor Crest was a mistake too at the time too.
Well, think about it like this. The Falcon, yes, it's iconic and stuff, but the next generation, the Ghost might be iconic in the same sense, man. They're growing up. Look at all these Ahsoka fans right now, man. And then if it's in a movie and plus Rebels and blah blah blah. So I'm not saying it's the same thing as a Falcon.
Here's what I'm saying. I think there's room in the price point that the Razor Crest is in. I know the scales will be what they are, and I understand what you're saying.
Right.
But I think a $500 or $600 price point, now we're talking, and now you've got a shot. I think the jump from 600 to 1,000 is like, it's not only a big ask from the fans paying for it, but it's from Lego for putting their necks on the line to be like, all right, let's try this.
I noticed some people out there saying like $1,000 Ghost is like too niche and like
it is
expensive and all this. Dude, any $1,000 Lego set is going to be like insanely expensive. So like what? You're going to justify it with another Falcon?
Buildable human Jabba. I think buildable human.
Like you can actually get it.
Yeah. The Chimera would be good. Look, everyone loves the Ghost. We do. We all do. That is the biggest. That's the only flaw of it. It is not the Falcon.
What other set besides the Falcon?
None. That's why the Falcon's $1,000. You're answering your own riddle here. This is like,
no, I mean, like if you wanted to be realistic about it, like
I'm being so realistic.
No, I'm not talking about what even might make more sense. I'm just saying realistically, a ship, like a Star Wars set ship, that could be $1,000. Like the Falcon.
Okay, we can push Fireside Padme. Nice. I get what you're saying. The girthy.
No, but I'm trying to really think. Like,
so you're saying it's the
Falcon and the Ghost.
I get it. It's a pizza pie like the Falcon. I get what you're saying.
No, but I'm trying to think of something besides the Falcon and the Ghost.
Pizza pie. It's a Detroit. It's a Chicago deep dish shaped. Like I get it.
The Death Star is obviously, I think, too big in that sense. But I'm trying to think of what other ship. Or even like a play scale set, maybe they could do. You know what I mean? That they could be that big on that kind of a monetary scale.
Yeah.
And I don't know what else. Because think about it, even like even trying to make a bigger gunship or something, man. Like
that one's the wingspan on that one's already.
Dude, the Razor Crest is a girthy ship, dude. That thing is heavy, man. And that's 600. I'm like, I've never held the Falcon, the UCS Falcon, so I don't know what that's like. But like, I'm trying to think, like, dude, how much bigger can you make it for $1,000, right?
Yep.
Wow. A Jedi Temple, that's a good one. Because the shape of it, dude, imagine how big that would be. Imagine the minifigures you would.
Jalen wants a $3,000 turbo tent. Like, all right, so guys, that's what I'm saying. Like, all due respect, clones are getting their days in the sun, and They are. You really are. And you will have $1,000. Don't root for it. It's going to happen. The first one. And the first one with a bullet, unequivocally, bet the farm, bet the house. It is going to be the Falcon. And everyone's going to bitch about it. But if they do it right and it looks great and blah, 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 blah. And people that don't have one, people that are pissed that they.
Dude, they're only $150.
Here's what's going to happen.
Away.
By the way, they're going to do it in such a way where it's going to seem like a deal. Because when that retires at $850, you know what happens. It goes up to $1,200 the next day. And then $1,400 after a year or two, or whatever the hell happens there. Dude, and all of a sudden, $999. Well, that's a bargain.
Wow. Stud Lake says a Falcon with a true interior. Now that could be what could pull a lot of people in.
Liam, you're wrong, bro. You know they want to do it.
I kind of agree with Liam.
Here's a better question.
That's pushing, man. That's like $1,000.
But here's maybe a better question. What is the first $1,000 set? Does it have to be Lego Star Wars? And if not, what else could they possibly? I feel like it does. If they want it, the best shot is
how much is the Disney castle?
4. It's like,
because I was saying, man, like,
oh, I'm with you. Like, what do you do?
Push $1,000 is crazy, but like,
I don't know.
Massive Disney castle.
But even if you made the most iconic Disney thing possible, like a plussed up,
it's the scale. It's got to be worth the scale, dude.
That's what I mean. So hold on, let's stick with this Disney Castle $1,000 version. They're not going to sell as many of those as they will Falcons. I don't think.
But then again,
that'd be a fun.
Liam, I agree with Liam in a way because, dude, even for us hardcore collectors, man, $1,000, like that's pretty insane. How many UCS Falcons do you think? Or you think those things sell like hotcakes? Because I see a lot of people with them, but I don't know, how many people really. You know what I mean? Like.
Some great takes here. $1,000 disc dot set. 1,000 has to be Star Wars.
Girth Gang.
Contemplated making the tower for one. Now, there was a time where they probably could have made an Avengers tower. I don't know, still 1,000's like a whole nother level, but when it was hot, maybe.
Because think about it, like I didn't pay
All of Disney World, $1,000.
Ooh, well, because I was thinking Epcot Center a long time ago, because that, like, if that could be really big, take the like side off, and then you can have a complete interior.
UCS Space Mountain that has the roller coaster inside that works.
Or the what is it? The train?
Thunder Mountain.
No, but what's the train? I can't think of the name. We've
Disney
always wanted one. No, we haven't had one in Lego forever.
Big Thunder Mountain.
No, the rail train.
Oh, the space, the airport shuttle.
Yes, the shuttle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, the monorail, something like that. Yeah, like a monorail.
Our UCS home one. Monorail. Thank you, Clever Pig. It's monorail. Yes.
Life-size stick tubes.
Well,
if you put the junk in the trunk, I'd be in for that.
Yeah, right on. Dude, Girth Gang, you guys are so great, man. You guys make funny
Did you see what he
comments.
said? Look at
Great.
this.
What?
I just read this as the F it said. This is first K UCS.
Can you imagine if you just started dating somebody and you bought a $1,000 Lego set? They're like, huh?
I hope you bought a lot of flowers and other.
How much did that Lego set cost?
Yeah. What? Sorry, honey. We can't do dinner this year.
But yeah, that's a good point, though. Maybe it wouldn't be.
Here we go. Epcot World Showcase.
$1,000
every country around the lake. Sign me up, FPJ. Again, guys, these is all things that some of us would pay, but like as a business, what would they do? And dude, they have flopped out so many these $800 Falcons. Like I want to know how many they sold and then do that math times.
Well, I'm not thinking of like the Falcon stuff, but I'm thinking other sets that are hundreds of dollars. For instance, like the Black Panther bust or the Hulkbuster Iron Man.
Sold many of those.
I know some sold, but I'm sure not on the scale.
They sold, 6 of those sold for what was it, 500? How much was that thing? 4. 6 of them sold. The joke is all to FPJ. FPJ is the only guy who bought. He's got one in each of his RV bathrooms.
There you go.
That and Chewbacca are in every one of his multiple mansion bathrooms. Let's see. We're going to read a few more comments, guys, and we're going to wrap tonight. Hate to do it early, but Hivester and myself have stuff in the AM. It has been a fun show, but we'll ride for a couple more comments.
Yeah.
Black Pearl, possibly. I mean, but the movie would have a lot of things that need to happen. That franchise is in trouble now with all the.
But the thing that I try, and I know that there could be some variations, but the thing I always try and use as a scale is the Millennium Falcon.
Lego Timmy, I have more subscribers than you. All right.
Right on.
Right on, bro. Send them over here, man. We're starting.
Yeah, man. Spread the love.
But I use content more captivating than what's the first $1,000 UCS set? If so, we're doing it wrong.
But I use the Falcon as a starting point to comparison. So if you made $1,000 Black Pearl, if you got an $850 Falcon, imagine how much $1,000 Black Pearl would have to be. Like how big, massive that thing would have to be, or detailed or whatever.
I think it would be great. Now, Tyler and Ryan were talking about sort of tandem sets. Is there a tandem that you think could get you to $1,000? In other words, they were saying maybe next year for Revenge of the Sith, it would be cool to see an Obi and an Anakin Starfighter 2-pack UCS for maybe 400 or so, whatever. That's not 1,000, but is there 2 things you could put together to get you to $1,000 UCS?
Yeah, I'm sure there is.
Because I'll tell you right now, you give me a Ewok village with an Endor bunker and like sprawl that out hard. But see, even that though, because you've got Rivendell, which is it is definitely sprawling.
How about
you're gonna double that? Like, what are we talking here? Like,
I would also like to see, and I've seen one at Brickworld. I'm sure a lot of people have. I'd like
$1,000 pyramid where you get both halves.
I was Vader's Castle was a really, really good one. I'm trying to think of tandem part to that. Maybe like a big scene that has them fighting or something. I don't know, but then the time scale doesn't work out, or the timeline.
UCS
I was gonna say
Tech,
Jake, Ghost Phantom, right?
yeah.
Like dude, imagine a ghost big enough that you could buy a $200 Phantom or something to put on that thing, dude.
Look, I hope it happens because I look forward to them selling a couple thousand on release day. And I'll swoop in and get mine for a good crisp 550 on a Prime day.
I'm trying to think of what kind of deals I'd have to be swinging with Mrs. Hive.
Neither one of us is paying a one,
dude. Because I mean,
you're locked in. By the way, if that happens, you do have to buy that immediately. Right?
Oh God, yeah, dude.
You're putting it in the universe. So
yeah,
I have to. This happens. Geonosis Arena, like a big MBS would be cool. You have ships in there. Yeah. Well, that's not me. Give it. Oh, that's Sean. Yes, Sean Lynch. Sorry.
Yeah. I also saw the UCS dropship, and that would be good too. Hoth base would be good, dude. A Hoth base that could have been a tandem with the AT-AT, man.
I think what we're learning here too with a lot of this stuff. Hey Timmy, how many subs do you have, bro?
I'm like, well, while we're out here dreaming, I kind of want a new car. And,
no, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. What was I gonna say? No, I think the most fun conversations we've had as of late though is like MBS needs some love, man. We love the canteen. I want the cantina treatment for so many things, dude.
Yeah,
like give me. I'm fine. Bump what it's 4 now, right? It was 350, now it's 4. Bump that to 5 or 6 and give us a proper Endor. You know, like I'd fine, done.
There's a lot of stuff I think that would.
Timmy's got 15K. He's smoking us.
Man,
smoking us,
dream, dude. I can only dream,
man. Dude, share the secrets, bro.
Hashtag.
I'll go check out Lego Timmy.
Yeah, rock on, man. Yeah, I mean, but there's definitely a lot of different, like you said, tandem sets and stuff. But it's just a matter of what Lego is going to sell.
You go Backroads Phantom for 240 on May the 4th, then a Ghost for
850 later in the year. Because if you bought the Phantom for 240, you'd be like, well, I gotta have the Ghost to put the Phantom in, you know?
Lego Timmy has 15,000 subs, but his last few videos only got a couple hundred views. Dude, I'll be honest with you. I gotta look this guy up because we always refer to little Timmy, so I didn't know if it was like a fun account. You know what I mean? Because we always reference Timmy as a kid who collects Lego. 5 Lonely Clones. Definitely a fan of the channel. He's catching up to Timmy. I don't know if you've checked them out yet or him out, Hive.
Probably.
Make some great vids. Good to see you here.
I'm generally checking everybody out, man. That's what I do.
You guys definitely make better. I don't think so.
Oh man,
I don't make content. We just say things into a microphone. That's what we do.
I mean, Sean's a extremely good producer at stuff, man. If
I had more time, I would be hanging with you boys. That's all I'm saying. and I might, see, my kids get a little older. Whew, child.
Yeah, mine's grown.
Look out. So. I'm doing this like Flacco, just rolling off the couch and starting a game. That's
clever pig. You're hilarious. Sorry, I just read
I unsubbed it and subbed to Timmy. Now I've man. Timmy, we're just having fun, dude. But
I am curious
real quick though, when you launch onto my chat and say I have more subs than you, we gotta razz you a little bit.
Yeah, we're gonna razz you a little bit. Real quick, I'm curious if anybody in the chat might know this right off the top of their head, maybe, is how much the UCS Ghost did on Brick Vault.
UCS Ghost on Brick Vault. We can check.
I'm sure a lot of people know.
Brent's getting salty up here. Hey, yo, Timmy, can you go live and get 100 people watching?
Brent's
doing a big contest now with little Timmy.
But yeah, I was just curious because that's a good.
Let's see if Timmy's telling the truth. Did he sub? Because we know what the subs were earlier.
Oh, let me see. I'm not sure.
I think he did, Timmy. Oh no, he can't. He can't sub to us.
Why?
I don't know, because I think he might already be subbed. That's the only way you can't sub.
Okay, yeah. Imagine if there's some force stopping him. Like he can't press the button. He's like, a
force stop, yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, that's a whole nother subject about going live and stuff.
Your live streams pull a lot of viewers for having 2.5. Most people with 2K subs will pull like 10 viewers. Yes, 5 lonely clones. Our rate is solid, and I want to keep it that way. You know, like there's little hacks to grow things, but yes, you know, I like that a large percentage of our subs tune in to the shows every week. It's a good feeling because I would like to, we're building something here.
Yes, everybody's sub.
Organic and true. Not that everybody else isn't. Not that I don't look at these numbers and go, man, that'd be nice. I just you know, I know what needs to be done. We need to maybe do some other stuff. Whether I'm not saying like maybe it's reviews or like little hot takes or you know essays, stuff like that. There's plenty we could do. I just gotta find the time, man.
You guys seem to be. You know,
I got a 2-year-old, and a 6-year-old, and a wife, and a very, very, very important and hard real job.
Yeah, that's the big thing. You know, is the stuff we do outside of here. You know, it's time. Time is everything, man.
Shy would punch me and say, "Stop making excuses." So we'll see. More loner videos.
There are things called reasons.
1,000 Stormies for the first $1,000 set. Now, see, now you're talking. Helmet hole videos. I could do helmet hole videos.
You need to throw stuff other. You need to throw stuff off of other stuff.
Girth Gang is dedicated. Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. Now you've definitely got a great thing going on, man.
You got to throw stuff off of stuff. See, that's a way to get a bunch of subs. But I prefer to sit here and talk about human Jabba. I would rather talk about human Jabba for 45 minutes than do a beast style video.
I was really surprised they came back with Jedi Bob. What do you think Lucasfilm or Disney thinks about Jedi Bob? Lego just making up their own character.
Lonely Clones, if you make that, it sounds kind of to me, but if you make it, I'll definitely watch it.
Oh wow, yeah. First grant.
He makes good stuff. He will make that interesting. Off of that, I'm kind of like, but I'd watch it because I know you'll do a great job with it. For me, I've never gotten into the whole price per. It's like I look at it, it's either a heater or it isn't.
Well, you know, something that really bothers me is across the pond and stuff where they don't put that kind of information on their boxes, man. I absolutely cannot stand not knowing what the piece count is on something. And they don't even put like the weight either.
No, I know. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's like, yeah, maybe they got to start putting the weight and the grams on it because I don't know.
Yeah.
You can find that information though on Amazon, you know, when you dig deep into the listings, like shipped weight or weight of product, weight of product shipped. There's two different distinct numbers there. If anybody wants it. This has come up. What happened to Figonomics? So over Thanksgiving, Christmas, I know it's been a minute and I know we're way outside of Christmas, but I traveled the first half of this month. And now Brent's traveling. So we will get it back on the road, guys. I have a lot of ideas for that, and I do apologize for the gap in it, but it's just a bandwidth thing. But I think it's a fun series, and I definitely want to get back to it. So stick with us. We'll do it. Sometimes it's really hard just to get in on. I know you guys don't want to hear this. That doesn't mean to come across as whining. I just like to be as transparent as possible.
Yeah, it's a good thing, man.
Lucasfilm loves Jedi Bob. That's interesting. Oh, it's an interesting because the Lego Star Wars sets price per gram is shockingly consistent. There really aren't any overpriced sets. Okay.
That's a very.
Now, do you mean in comparison with Star Wars sets, Lonely Clones, or do you mean versus other themes? Like Star Wars versus Star Wars isn't overpriced, or Star Wars versus the field? That would be interesting.
Well, an overpriced
is topic. Human jobs. All right, let's get back to human jobs.
Yeah, that can be a very construed argument as well, because overpriced can be opinionated. Justin, I saw your hot take would be happier without the piece count. Well, I mean, next time I guess you can buy a puzzle and not know how many pieces you got in it.
I have 15,000. I only have 15,000 subscribers because I post about 10 YouTube shorts a day.
Don't the shorts pull in the
That'll do it, bro.
subs, man?
That'll do it. I'm down for bloating your channel with shorts. A lot of people have done it successfully. And by the way, some people are really talented at it. And again, Timmy, I'll check your stuff out. But I find that you don't have a connection with the viewers like that. You know.
Yeah, shorts.
I think long form or streaming, you can definitely build a relationship with your viewers and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I think that's a thing.
Relationship.
And when that trend is over, and they already don't pay any, if you're looking to earn money too, like nobody pays for shorts. You're not making much money unless you're making a short that gets millions every time. Yes, if you're in that stratosphere. But I don't know. I think that wave is gonna end, and not saying tomorrow. I know TikTok's raging, but I think that'll have its day in the sun. I'm not saying it's gonna be gone forever, but I don't think it's gonna continue to grow. Maybe it will, but not for me. Like I don't watch it.
They're good for some things.
They're good for some things. Like I'm not trying to be old man sitting on my stoop or whatever it is. But it's not.
Well, it's not.
Only Clones, you should stream. I'll come on. Let's do it.
Yeah, man.
We'll have some fun. Clones, you want to come on here? I'd like to have you on sometime. Hey, send me a DM, man. I'd love to have you on. I think you're making really cool stuff. Timmy, you too, possibly. I gotta check you out. Subs and shorts are hollow. There's no engagement at all. So the problem is, this is what's interesting, and then we'll wrap up. I'll give you guys a little bit of inside baseball. Imagine going to somebody, a certain display case company, and saying, "Hey, I have this crazy idea," and then they say, maybe didn't say, but they're thinking, "Yeah, but you only have at the time, I don't know, 2,000 subs." It's a lot more difficult to pull off what we did with the box of boys with that kind of sub count. But I assured him that we would sell out of these because our retention rate is so high and people coming back and watching stuff. I just knew 66 of my boys would buy those things. Whereas I don't know if somebody with 100K subs, mainly based on shorts, would be able to pull something like that off. Does that make sense, Hive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's a difference. That's all. And YouTube is a lot harder. Well, shorts again is a nice hack, but YouTube's a lot harder than TikTok, Instagram, all those other places. To build.
I mean, and look, and I don't want to say like every short or anything like that's hollow.
They're not,
or anything like, because it's not. And like I said, they do serve a purpose for a lot of good reasons, like little snacks or previews to maybe a video or a stream or something you might be doing. Sometimes some stuff is just too short to make in a long term. Like I've seen Sean has made some, he doesn't go hog wild on them, but I've seen him make some where like, just certain things in the store or something, you found something or whatever, or maybe a good deal or whatever. I know he's doing some cool stuff with those glasses not too long ago. But yeah, to do it all the time, it's, if it's what you like to do, then so be it,
yeah, man.
For a lot of us, it's just, it's not something that you can just do all the time.
Soft loaner for shorts.
Soft loaner.
No, but I am dumbing it. I can do more. I'm in no position to be even remotely full time or even half time. I can do what I can do. Yeah. So yeah, guys, look, this really broke down to like a nice convo about kind of state of Cobb and what we got going on. Look, guys, this is going to be our biggest year yet. I'm so glad you guys are here with us. We have got Brick World Chicago. We are hosting Brick World Chicago, this little tiny show that could. We're going to do some cool stuff there. I think people that aren't aware of us and our shtick and what we do are going to become more aware this year. I'm going to continue doing some shorts that feel natural to me and make sense, and I'm not trying to game any systems or beast it or any of that stuff. I will never copy anybody, and if I do, it is purely accidental, and I want you guys to call me out on it. Being original is the most important thing to me that there is. So if we do something, we're going to have our own spin on it, and that and bandwidth. Oh shit, Shy's here. He's hearing me make excuses.
What's up, Shy?
Shy, I'm making excuses why I haven't made more videos. Don't yell at me.
Shy, how you doing, man?
Give it up for Shy, guys. Dubs in the chat. Shy showing up at the tail end. If you haven't checked out the Shy episode last week, we talked through collecting rules with Shy, and he's all over the place, just like I am, like we all are. But we try to roll it in there.
Yeah. Right.
I have any closing thoughts? Did you have a good time tonight? I feel like 2.5 flew by pretty quick.
Yeah, it did actually. It went by a lot faster than I thought. No, man, it was good times. Had some good conversations. Got to go over and give some opinions about some sets that are coming out. Dude, look, the Girth Gang is always awesome, man. But like, you guys were cracking me up tonight, man. Just killing me with some funny comments. You guys had some really intelligent comments out there tonight. You quick to help us with questions that we were asking about. But dude, I gotta tell you, probably the highlight tonight was when everybody was giving Slave Leia different names. I love it, man. So yeah, I love you, Sean. I'm glad you let me come on tonight. It was a good time.
Yeah, dude.
Man, the Girth Gang the chat was what really just made it for me tonight. I love you guys. You guys just
the gang is the show, man. That's the thing. We've got some of the most clever folks in the game in here, and it gives us definitely a lot to bounce off of and talk about and laugh at and all that stuff. And I know you guys entertain each other. Maybe when we're talking about something that's maybe not the coolest topic.
Or you guys
By
just
the way, highlighted tonight.
yourselves.
Everybody's asking for weekly pickups. This is it. Lego Timmy sub to us. So
yeah, Lego Timmy, man. Rock on.
Yeah,
man.
I don't think I got anything this week, guys. I'm sorry, but we do need to start bringing that back. Once Brent's back, we settle in. We'll get some of the more staples in there. But yeah,
you need your co-host back, man.
you do, guys. Make sure you give us a like and a sub. 2.5K and growing strong. I think we're over 100 in the likes. That's fantastic. That's all I got, man. I got stuff in the morning. But be on the lookout. We'll get a short or two out this week, and check our Insta for the absolute latest and greatest updates. And that's it, man. That's all.
Let me get my slow
motion. It was a fun show. Always great to see my good personal friend and pal, Darth Hive, aka the Hivester, aka Rick Hive. We talked about a lot of things. We talked about Starships. We talked about the first ECS, 1K set, and a whole lot of F1 goodness. We'll see you right here next week for a brand new show, because we are a couple of brickheads. Go.
We miss you, Brent.
Have fun cruising, Brent.
I've been watching the Instagram
Don't
stories.
share a door with anybody, okay? Please don't share a door with anyone.
Oh,
Get your own door to float on, Brent. That's my best advice I can give you.
I see those stories.
See you
Man.
guys next week. Peace.